and Mr. Kenneth was like, "Hey guys, stop attacking me," and we're like, "We're not gonna stop attacking you." And we attacked him, and then he died. And then we saw a portal, and we are like, "Oh my goodness, we should go in there." Why we didn't know what was on the other side. The building was collapsing, something was going down, and we were like, "Okay, we can either leave or go in the portal," and we chose to go in the portal. And then we pull up, and we're on this boat, and we're like, "Oh my goodness, where the frick are we?" And we look across the boat and we say, "Oh my gosh, there is Melgraven. He's trying to kill that Yushin guy that he was going on about because he's a little like freaking loser who's obsessed with a
Little
girl
mama
who
boy,
doesn't
yeah.
like him back." Um,
He's a beta
so
cuck.
exactly, he's a beta cuck. As Tara put it, that's a beautiful
Bro,
way to put it. So we were like, "Hey, stop that! You're gonna mess up the timeline. Don't do that." And we got him, and he stopped. And then we had a short conversation with Yushin and Caius, and they were like, "Hey, who are you guys, and what happened?" And we're like, "Nah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're gonna go to the portal. You go that way." And then we went to the portal, and I think that's kind of where it ended. Oh
Yeah,
wait, I think I skipped some stuff earlier in the campaign. I think I went straight to the fight.
indeed. So, but essentially, that is where the gear grinders ended up. But we're not going to start with the gear grinders this time. We're going to start with Yusjin having a mental breakdown. Where did we establish the Sentinels were? You guys were in Woat.
we
So
were in a spa.
yeah, you guys were in having like a day spa up in Woat. The three of you guys, Neji, Fred, Yusjin, you guys came to Eberron about a year ago after you just saw Gothy just vanish out of the Rune Forge, which was just the weirdest thing. You followed her to this different dimension. However, it's just a really goddamn big place, and so you've kind of gotten sidetracked. You've been going all around, been
Having a blast,
having a blast, exploring Eberron. You've
learning
met
new things, retraining feats. Standard
all
stuff.
that jazz. If you would actually like to retrain Freeds, you need to poke me about it because there is a cost associated to that, but you guys can
I'll
probably
already
afford
did.
it. Yep. So
Oh, okay.
there's been a whole bunch of stuff you guys have gotten up to. You've maybe met some Kalishkars, seen these new countries, seen these new races, explored this what for all intents and purposes seems to be like a parallel dimension to Galarian. And there is that whole Karzug thing going on in the background, but you guys don't really have any leads right now, so there wasn't any terribly pressure for you to find Gothy. So it's been about a year or so flying around, exploring the place, getting to know this place, learning about the last war and all the differences here, and Yuzhin growing his absolutely massive dragon shard collection because apparently they just literally grow out of the ground here, which is like the darndest thing.
I
And
feel Yushin because it was already his kind of his like shopping place because magic
mm,
items are mad cheap here. Uh, it's just he's basically been giving Neji and Fred a tour of the place.
Neji is on lookout for cursed items as always.
Oh, I'm sure there's
it's not
plenty
so
there.
much that magic items are mad cheap as more it's like there's a different culture to magic in Eberron. Like for
They're
instance,
mad cheap.
back in Galarian, like wizards were rare relatively, like not like terribly uncommon or whatever, but like if you met another wizard on the street, that was like an event. Uh but here magic is like way more common. Like you see people there's like magic trains, there's like people use magic to wash their laundry. You see people who are like people use magic to power boats. There's like a floating buildings are incredibly common, and it's almost as if things are inverted, where it's like any spell below like first or second level, like anybody can pretty much cast that. But like the higher level magic you guys go, the less you find of it. Like this is a city where like every second person can cast prestidigitation just by hand, but the concept of like raise dead is absolutely absurd to these people. So like low level magic is a lot more common around here than you're used to, but high level magic, especially people like you, are definitely a lot more rare around these parts. But presumably, as long as you aren't like flaunting seventh level spell slots around, or like dropping down, like teleporting into the middle of a town square or whatever, it is a fairly nice place to be. This place is a lot more tolerant than Galarian. Like you might be in a spa right now, and there's just a Medusa also in the spa enjoying what's it called, getting her hair styled.
Or snakes, you mean?
Her snake styled, exactly. Hell, there's a Medusa. What's it called? There's like quite a few Medusas over here. What's it called? You see, you see like like an orc walking down the street, and he's got like a pet stone golem, and he's being followed by like 3 robotic dogs, and all the people who are giving you like this amazing manicure, they're using it magically, and so you're getting like a full massage while you're getting a relaxation tour, and you guys are just about to go get ice cream when suddenly Yuzjin just falls over in like absolute pain as he gets the magical equivalent of a DDoS attack. What is Fred and Neji's reaction to this? You guys are just stepping out of the salon, you guys are just looking around the streets of Woe when Yuzjin just fucking collapses out of
I like to
nowhere.
think that Yuzjin tried to visit Emily, but since she was on this grand adventure, she wasn't home, and he was like, "Oh, well, maybe another time, guys."
Hey, like, you guys went to Sharn, and, like, there was something about red berries, and there's, like, you guys tried to go to House Cannith, but they just seemed, like, real busy with something. It was really hard to get to know them.
Indeed.
Oh, well. Probably nothing. But yeah, how are Fred and Neji feeling after your, week off, and, or your year off, as it were, and then Yuzin suddenly collapses? If you need to take a second to get back in character, I would completely understand. Has been a while.
It's been so long.
All good. That's why I'm going slowly.
I think you should sprain his muscle brain or whatever.
Fred just needs a moment to process these.
Fred, I think your medical knowledge is a bit flawed. That doesn't happen.
I've seen people have strokes before. It's not pretty sight, but you know,
That's
it's
not a stroke. I can tell you that. Don't worry.
all right. Wait, hold on. Let me see.
Can I roll a heal check?
You can roll me a heal check. Actually, what's it called? Oh, there you go. Yeah, 30. Absolutely. You look down at Yuzjin. Clearly, this isn't a medical emergency. His brain is fine. His nervous system is fine. It's just you get close to him, and there's just like a massive echo of like words. Like normally, when you receive a sending spell, it's almost like receiving like you basically put your ear down to Yuzjin, and you hear like Twitch text-to-speech messages going off, like 30 at once. Like, this man just received a book that has been, like, injected into his brain all at once. And so either something is going on, or like 30 different people sent him 30 different sending spells at the exact same time, or perhaps this was building up in some way, but this is not normal. That being said, however, Neji can very clearly hear the last message directed to him, which is a voice, which is a very mechanical voice, that says, "The jig is up, Merrick's knows where we are, Yuzjin." And as per the rules of sending, you've got 25 words if you'd like to respond, Yuzjin.
Should we have more words respond since like there's like
Yeah,
a
it's
lot?
like you're sitting on the ground. You're trying to sitting on the ground. He's trying to process this. There was like four or five different messages from Gothy in like increasing order of annoyance, and then blah, 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 blah. Well, fuck you, blah, 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 Kathy, blah, 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 and then like a whole bunch of voices, a bunch of people you don't recognize, and like 3 different ones. And there's probably one from Beth in there. It was really hard to tell, but the last one you receive says, "The jig is up. Merrick's knows where we are, Yuzjin." And you've got 25 words to respond. I'm going to assume Yuzjin does not know what the name Merrick's means.
He wouldn't. I feel like he would though, because after a year in, I feel like
He would have probably
Emily would
heard the
told him,
name.
'cause he did spend like a day with Emily DeCannith before he sent her home.
I'd say roll me a knowledge check, but that's literally your thing. So, all right, fair enough. Yuzjin knows the name Merrick's in the sense that Merrick's is the head of House Cannith, or at least the Sharn. What's it called? House Cannith is built up. Is like one of the noble houses that controls all of the artificing stuff. And as far as you're aware, they don't really do much else other than just make magic items and get obscenely rich. They've never really been a particularly evil house, but again, you know Emily is involved in that, and you know she was involved in something regarding it. Though obviously you've never met Merrick's yourself, so you're not quite sure why someone is sending you this sending message. And also, the sending seems to come from someone called what's it called, Meru, which, apart from sounding really similar to that one succubus, isn't a name you're familiarized with yourself with.
I remember that succubus. She was a weird creature.
It was weird.
They sounded a lot more monotone than the succubus, though.
And more manly, I'd imagine. Okay.
You got 25 words if you'd like to respond.
Not manly.
You know, here we go.
Is 4K actually here right now? He is not actually here right now. God damn it.
Nope. That's so sad.
Hello. I'm hungry.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
What?
15,
I didn't know I had
9
that
left.
spell.
I'll wait for you to type out your response, but unfortunately, you're gonna have to wait till it gets here to get a response back.
Should I have a list of prepared spells?
Probably not.
Oh,
I
jeez,
don't,
yeah.
I
forgot about
don't
that.
think combat's gonna happen this week.
Yeah, but what if I witness someone hurt and I want to cast heal?
If you really want to, yes, but please don't.
What if I
Well,
want
I'm not
to-
gonna like attack someone, but what if I need to help someone,
If
or
you
like,
want to prepare spells, I'm not gonna stop you, but it's gonna
or
take
I need
20
to,
minutes.
like, what if I need
20
to
minutes for you,
control the
maybe.
plants, or turn someone into an animal?
what
Oh
if,
God,
what if,
you
what if I want to roll blunt? Huh? Now, there's no weed in a 30-mile radius, and the only druid's right next to me, and he doesn't have
My
prepared.
lord.
Yushin
What if-
sits up. He is currently sitting on the ground on basically like a solid streets of Wote. He's got a few people looking at him, but you also feel like all of your text mess or all of the sending spells generally came from like the south near Sharn. You are aware of Sharn. You've definitely been there a few times. It's like the closest Galarian equivalent would be like Absalon. Like this is way bigger than perhaps any other city you've ever been to. Like this is a gigantic, massive central city with a million people in. But like it was really hard to like decipher all the sending messages, but you can get a gist that they're all coming from the direction of Sharn.
Huh?
But right now you find yourself. Oh my god. But right now, you find yourself sitting on the streets of Wote. Do you decide to investigate this, or
So wait. I know this is from Sharn, you said.
I will say from like the 30 messages you've got, they all came from Sharn and the Sharn area. And Yuzhin knows that Sharn is, the hive of scum and villainy.
So I know the name of the guy who sent this, right?
The guy who sent this, from
His,
do you get names with sending?
you did say that his name is Meru.
Oh yeah, you got the name Meru from it, which is not a name you recognize directly.
I'm gonna try and scry on it.
You'd like to scry on Meru, okay. Oh my god, he's fucking not here! Oh my god. I will. Let me. Actually, what would happen if you tried to scry on someone in like?
Didn't we go through the portal?
Yeah, you guys are back in. Hold on, let me think about this. So you pull out yourself a mirror.
Need Nick, because like if all of the sending scroll spells are being sent after we killed Merrick's and one mass, we would be in a different time zone. So would the message even be able to be sent through time?
No, it wouldn't, because you sent the sending spells before you killed Merrick's. Then Merrick's is dead. Then you went back in time and came back.
Yeah, in which I'm to assume that they're already here.
No, Gear Grinders have not gotten to Sharn yet. Or not Gear
No, no.
Grinders. Gear Grinders are in Sharn, Sentinels are not in Sharn.
Yes, I'm just saying that do we need Nick to be able to respond? Because in theory, he wouldn't be able to respond.
That is true. He doesn't... however, you're also aware Scrying takes like an hour to cast, Yuzin. So are you willing to spend an hour casting Scrying? Or
I
do
don't
you
remember
want
it
to...
taking that long.
It says, what's it called? Scrying casting time 1 hour.
Shit,
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
Damn,
not
this-
a combat spell.
I've used it in combat before. Oh, yeah, jeez. Okay.
Have you? In
Yeah.
that case, that's a wrong ruling. I'm sorry.
That's
I'm
fine.
also
An hour to cast.
really fuck. You would think it would be like, I don't know, like 10 minutes, not like.
It
There
does
are-
say
there are-
that. What the
There are
fuck?
quicker divination spells than scrying.
Yeah.
Scrying is the powerful one, though, because you
That's
get
weird.
like video and voice chat, or you get basically like a video cam on whoever you're scrying on.
It's
Yeah.
so fucking.
Are
Why
you
don't I
are you
remember?
casting scrying, or are you going to investigate? Because those are your two options here, basically.
I mean, Sharn is a pretty wide place. I'd love to investigate, but I don't know how I'm supposed to get there through that knowledge alone.
Alright.
Uh,
You see, Fred is gonna like hail a cab or something like that. Like,
To go
you'll
where?
hail a
I'll-
Skycar.
it's just getting ready.
Wait, I
I
thought
guess.
you said there was like no cars in the air.
Not at this moment, no. What's it called? You guys are in a completely different city. Fred starts looking around for sky taxis, and he's not gonna see any, which is really weird, because normally they're like everywhere.
He's gonna walk up to Yushin. Hey, Yushin, aren't there usually like a lot of like these like flying metal things around? Well, what's with that? It's kind of like a holiday or something.
I
Like that?
don't know. I know a lot of where to buy stuff cheap. Usually thanks to the Kenneth. I don't know anything about holidays here.
Right?
Oh,
Did you
it's-
just forget they were called sky cars? The
I
lady
think
told you like a while ago.
I listen. I've been on.
Fred struggles with this, Neji.
My mom. I have short term memory. I'm sorry. Then again, I remember very specific things, but yeah, I don't remember this.
Okay.
But
I mean, I could probably fly us over there.
I literally can teleport,
Yeah, but maybe you don't want to use a teleport because you're lazy, you know.
brother. I don't know. Where would we teleport? Just it's all I got was Sharn.
Sharon,
What the
is there? Can you just like see where the
I mean,
spell
you can't
has?
just teleport in the middle of Sharn,
That's not gonna get us anywhere.
will it?
I don't fucking know.
So you can't like see a general direction where this like spell is casted, or
I don't know. It's like brain to brain. It's not really like actually sending a message.
so it's not like okay.
That makes sense. I sent a response. I don't know. I'm not getting anything though.
Hmm.
Uh,
Wait, where are we? I forgot. Where,
you
where
guys
are
are
we?
currently in the streets of Woat, outside of like a relaxation clinic.
Huh.
There is
Uh,
there is definitely still lightning tram service if you guys want to get to Sharn, but that will definitely take like a day or so.
How
But
long?
scrying is definitely an option if you guys want to scry. I would give you more information.
Alright, fuck it. I'll teleport to Sharn.
Okay.
I've got like 3 teleports prepared every day, so I'll probably fine.
I'm not gonna force you to use teleport if you don't want to use teleport. Teleport is alright. You grab Fred, you grab Neji, roll D100.
oh fuck.
Oh, greater teleport. I should mention, yeah.
Oh, greater teleport. Alright, cool. Then we don't have to roll that one.
I was about to say. Oh yeah, we're about to be somewhere else, not there. If that's the case.
I mean, Sharn's a pretty easy place to get to through teleport, I imagine.
Oh,
you know,
absolutely. There's charms made up specifically to teleport to Sharn. And funny, funny the reason we mentioned that actually. So Yuzin grabs you two, you cast teleport, and you guys end up from standing in the relatively nice and happy streets of Wote and feeling relatively refreshed to cyberpunk hell. Party reappears on one of the middle wards of Sharn, probably around like Lower Dur or something like that. And immediately you look around and you are gonna see the fucking apocalypse. You are gonna see looters running wild. You're gonna see shops on fire. You're gonna see what's it called, sky cars like crashing out of the sky. You're gonna see police, what's it called, like dead Sharn officers everywhere. You're gonna see everyone running around with these gigantic, like multiple people running around screaming, trying to like tear their eyes out of their body, but like they don't have eyes, so they have like these weird mechanical discs instead of eyes. Everyone is screaming. There is blood everywhere. It is what's it called? They're like not even like organized gang members. Like you don't even see the you guys don't even see the organized gangs right now because they're pissy. The only people around is like random scavengers. There's massive posters advertising something called Red Berries. Alarms everywhere are blasting. Random people on the street are like crying as the end of days. It's called that church over there just exploded. It is it is night and day from Wote as you
Oh,
guys arrive in Sharn.
this
Everything
place was
is
nicer than I remember.
immediately going to hell. Like, that's not to say Sharn is a nice city on the best of days, but like something's happened. You are immediately aware that something has definitely happened.
oof.
You are gonna see like the what's it called, and really it's like all concentrated around like the House Cannith buildings, where you are gonna see like people storming in and like innocent people getting their heads chopped, like random artificers getting their heads chopped off, as you see people waving like bloody red flags.
Oh,
Innocent.
this is okay. So this is new to the Decanith part. I know that much. I'm
Yes.
gonna message Emily,
Uh,
Decanith specifically, to make sure she's all right because I know she's involved in this, or at least involved in Decanith.
you are gonna cast message on Emily herself. Okay,
Yep.
cool. Message or sending?
Sending message is only like a cantrip.
Yeah, so message gets you 25 words.
Hey, I noticed Decanith is renovating very violently. Are you good?
Emily, how would she respond hearing from Yuzjin after forever? She is gonna say, uh, okay, honestly, what she'd respond with is she's gonna respond with the letter H period, E period, L period, P period, followed by a bunch of glyphs. And Houston will immediately recognize these glyphs as teleportation coordinates.
Interesting.
Teleportation coordinates that it's about like a mile straight down and to the right.
That's interesting.
Huh.
Hey
Yeah,
guys, hold my hand. Good thing I have grid teleport usually prepared twice.
Ain't it great having access to 8th level spells? You can just go wherever you want.
I love Pathfinder.
Hey, Yushin, why does this place look like Chilaxian and not like what you described it like sometimes?
Yeah, I mean, it's not that different, but it's kind of a little worse.
I mean, last time I saw this in the city was like when we went to your fucking home country, and no offense by that, was not a pleasant time.
Interesting.
But I'm just saying, it's just like second time I've been into a city where it's like fucking all hell broke loose.
Yeah, I don't know. Usually at least Decanith has their stuff kind of organized, so I'm not super sure what's up with that.
Oof. And what do you think of all this?
I don't know. I think
Neji is completely out of his element. You're in a city in a different universe. Like, this is completely anathema to what you're used to.
I mean,
From being like
he's got a lot of.
dome.
I think he'd be a little bit okay. I mean, he's got a lot of experience in all different kinds of places. He is
Is
like
it?
600 years old.
Oh yeah, I
Any of
forgot
that
he's.
involved interplanetary travel, though. Or
No, but
interdimensional travel.
he has been in this world for about a year now, so I think he would have got over the whole.
Fair
That's
enough.
true.
Yeah, Fred's gonna grab a TV from a store or something like that. They appreciate.
Grab like a random screen. All right, cool.
Yeah, you
I
know.
like where your
Random
head's at,
looted
Fred.
screen to your
Hey,
inventory.
listen. We're taking advantage of it. Might as well take a nice parting gift.
I mean,
This place-
true. I'll give this to Emily, maybe. I don't know. Whatever. Hold my hand, and then he'll teleport a mile straight down.
Alrighty, cool. Alright, at which point we are in the scene that you guys can see on Roll20 right now. And I'll describe this from the Sentinel's point of view, but it's also true from the Gear Grinders' point of view as they step out of their portal. You guys find yourselves in a rundown, half-destroyed building filled with debris. The building was in the middle of collapsing, but above you, you saw like rocks and stones and boulders. It was like suspended in midair, obviously magically. Like this building was like mid-collapse, but something was preventing it from collapsing, and it was clearly this weird blue tint to this entire border. There was like a magical stillness to the air around you. Perhaps almost as if time itself had stopped, and the world around you was just as it were. As you find yourselves staring at about a dozen other people, all standing in about a weird semicircle of also people also looking around, looking very confused, as if you had all suddenly been brought to this place like some sort of bad young adult novel. The room itself was filled with destroyed machines. There was a large machine on the far side of the room that was not destroyed. It looked to be incredibly advanced. Uh, there's a whole bunch of machines over there that were like frozen mid-explosion. Over on the north side of the room, you saw a bunch of weird circular pods with weird fluid leaking out of it, almost as if it was like half leaking out of it. As if time had stopped. You see about 4 random pink clones of this weird rabbit guy who's also a member of the circle. In the center of the circle, you're going to see a female angel having an argument with 2 male angels. One of which, oh, not that one. There we go. So you're gonna see about 4 or 5 people in the center of the circle. You're going to see a female angel who Yushin's immediately going to recognize as Lizvara. You're going to see a male angel who you will not recognize, who's like this big beefcake of a man, not even wearing any armor, but he's got this like giant flaming sword. Both of them are holding a captive in magical glowing handcuffs. The captive looks to be human, maybe 40 years old. He's this really fat the human man. He's got a big frown on his face. Attempting to resolve the argument between them is also someone that the Sentinels will recognize immediately, which is Lucretia. Appears to be in the middle of having an argument with them. And the conversation between them as you guys teleported in was going something like this, which is, this seems wholly unnecessary. Unnecessary? You fuckers broke time! Well, it doesn't really seem that bad from my Nobody is leaving this room until we sort out this breakage in the temporal time. Here come the heroes of the hour now. At this exact same time, the Gear Grinders are walking out of their portal, probably pretty drenched, all things considered. As you guys walk into this semicircle with a number of familiar faces, as well as 3 people that the Gear Grinders has definitely not seen before. Would you like to describe yourselves to the new members of the class, Sentinels?
Okay. Neji is a little gnome man, kind of scrawny. He is completely gray, has bleach white hair and gray eyes. He's got like monk robes on and this like dragon scale chest plate and a cape and some fancy ass boots.
Nice.
Alright.
Fred.
Oh, you see a human with butterfly wings, robotic arm, with like like kind of a cowboy attire, and he's like has a shocked look on his face with all this bullshit going on right now, and he has like a bag of holding on the side of his like body, and that's about it really.
Finally, you see. Let me get my. There we go. A man in what seems to be somewhat corsair garb. Some padded purple vestments underneath, and that's like 2-inch heel boots. Yeah. With a bunch of straps on it. A backpack on his back, a nice magical belt, all sorts of stuff all over his body. He seems to be littered in magic items, though otherwise just looks like a. I don't want to say pirate, but that's not entirely untrue. You fucking, where is it? Here it is. Refer to this picture for the most part.
You already
How
like
much-
what your character looks like.
How
Yeah,
much
I mean, I
do
already
you
described
think-
him, I think, last session, funny enough.
Yeah. Do you still look similar to when we last saw you?
I think he looks at least he looks
He'd be
slightly
quite a bit older.
like 4 or 5 years older. Though at the same time, hey, Yushin, those weird guys that saved you like 4 years ago, they don't look like they've aged a day. Weird.
I think he's probably put it together at this point. That's why he's never mentioned it to the other Sentinels.
Alright,
The
and
Kev is-
Adrian, Lorelai, Jonah, and the rest, and Kushko, you all know what I sent you in DMs. So, what do you do?
Are the-
I got something in DMs?
I sent you a thing in DMs. Assuming you want to play Adrian, you don't have to. He was just kind of minding his own business, and then whoosh.
Okay, that's good. Hold on, let me
Hang
start this
on.
off. I got something funny. So,
Okay.
what, what's the difference between you and that fellow over there? You know, it seems like there's not really much of a difference when it comes to fur. You seem to have like a lot of fur in you. You furry?
What? Who's this referring to?
Okay, who are you playing and who are you addressing?
He's
That's
Adrian.
That's not Duke.
Wait. Who's he referring to about this?
This.
I immediately was
character-
talking to this one, and then I pointed to the buddy, the full buddy over here.
Alright,
Yeah, Jonah, and the small bunny.
You mean Helen?
hey, Lorelai. You probably weren't expecting to get back here. Oh, hey, it's all those people over there.
Oh man, that's mad funny. Main party.
It's Lorelai.
Main party watches Helen. Actually, Helen essentially walks up to the Gear Grinders party, and she says, "Oh, good, you're alive." Though she definitely speaks in a very different tone than when you last heard her.
Hello.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Yeah, Lorelai. I think you recognize that name.
What's up, Lorelai? I thought you got mauled to death by were sharks.
Yeah, and then I stole Helen's body.
Oh. Well, weirder things have happened, I guess.
Yeah, well, I figured it was empty, so might as well.
Well, what happened? What happened to Helen's mind, by the way? Since you took her.
I couldn't tell you.
We kind of.
I had that.
After going through a couple bottles of wine, she kind of just disappeared at some point.
Yeah.
How are you in your own body? Oh wait, I wouldn't. I'd be able to ask. Adrian, how is you in your own body? Ain't you supposed to be from Helen's mind, just like Lorelai? That's Kushko.
Cause I am Adrian Hornigold, the greatest pirate that's ever existed. All I need to do is snap my fingers, and I can exist anywhere I need to.
You are
It looks like
here
a stiff
because you
breeze
are on
today.
trial, and all of you are involved in everything that's happened right now.
You have
We are
nothing
fixing-
on me.
We are fixing this timeline today, everyone. Please join the circle. Glad everyone could make it.
Oh, what the fuck is going on? I don't know what's going on. Fred's just shot this from the other. I don't know what's going on. Who are these people?
Yeah, what is Where's Emily? She's the one I kind of came here for.
Emily kind of meekly holds up a hand
Let's walk
as
up,
far
guys.
as
Let's
you
get closer to them.
are not leaving right now. At which point
I don't
Lucretia walks
know.
over and says, "Yushin, wonderful. Pleasure you two could make it. Bit of a
Jesus.
clusterfuck right now. Could use your help."
This is
Did
going to
we
be a
not just
clusterfuck
fix
of
the
roleplay.
timeline, Miss Angel Lady? By
Yes, you have, thankfully. And
Ooh.
I appreciate what the efforts you guys have done.
Your
Unfortunately,
appreciation is noted, but I would like a reward.
okay, your reward is not being deleted from existence. None of you have any idea what just transpired. None of you have even. A lot has happened. We appreciate the mortals' efforts for what is going on, but unfortunately, you have, or not unfortunately. How do I say this in mortal terms? Blame this fucker, and she slaps the big fat human she's holding on to, and who's like, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do any of it. You
Hey, don't touch fish
absolutely
guts.
intended."
You're being a little bit rude, ain't you?
Your fish guts here is responsible for your entire reality almost melting here. I didn't intend for reality to melt. Yes, absolutely you did, because you were trying to escape from your imprisonment, and Adrian even being here is proof of your ill repute. I'm
If you're an
sorry.
angel and he's a god, you need to respect him.
He is a former god. It's a long story.
It's
He looks pretty
okay.
divine to me, honestly.
It's okay, fish guts. I still respect you as a god.
I
Oh.
appreciate it, Adrian. Dad made a few bad decisions, but don't worry, we're probably gonna get candy at the end of this.
Well, as far as I can see it, Odora's the only reason any of us are here.
Who?
In the name of Oldora, at which point speaks the other male angel as he, holds out his sword and grows to 10 feet tall. I hereby call to order the trial of Oladamara. All of you who are here right
Can we call a
now
rain
are
check on this trial? I kind of have a crick in my neck.
Jesus Christ.
I
all
love
of you
this character.
here have been brought here as a result of being involved in the incident which has been recorded in divine journals as the Fish Guts incident. We have been dispatched to recover the time stream and take events that have happened and resolve them in a way so that mortals may continue living their lives.
Mhm.
Any of you who do not wish to attend this trial, please say so immediately. Your mind of the events transpired shall be erased, and you shall be placed back within your own reality.
All right, wait. Why do we have to erase the time? What? Continuum. If it's like, it's not. I don't seem like it's like fractured. I mean, aside from the, the pillaging and the killing in the streets, and the.
The events that have transpired.
I'm talking that spread.
Alright, the
Not a
events
lot
that
of
have
similar
been...
voices.
I'm sorry. I'm not good with accents. So
All
You
good.
know what, Mr. Angel? Let's start. How about you start by summarizing what's going on? Because I kind of just got here. I just want to talk to my buddy.
Yeah.
Summarization will begin immediately. At which point the angel holds up a hand, and you see like a ball of like glowing magical energy appears in the hand. He kind of looks around. He kind of like looks around back and forth. His eyes land on TK. You shall do. He kind of points at TK, and he points at Yuzjin. You can roll me a will save against modify memory if you don't want this to happen. But essentially, everything TK knows, Yuzjin now knows.
Oh,
And then he does the exact same thing with August and Fred. Just so I don't have to explain myself all the character again.
I thought you were gonna do it
That's
with September and Fred. It's gonna have like
yeah. It's called
Yeah.
September Tread. There you go.
I thought it was August. It's just a token, no?
You're the same person at this point.
there's a lot of kissing in that memory.
And he'll
I
do
feel
the
like-
same with Kuzan and Neji.
Yuzjin looks around instinctively for his horse until he realizes where he's in.
It's
Like, it doesn't transfer class abilities or whatever, but essentially, through the power of 5th level spells, the Sentinels are imparted with all of the knowledge that you know from your other characters.
Lovely.
A lot of kissing in my memories. I don't know what's that about.
The summarization has been portrayed. Everyone who stands in this building right now has been affected in one method or another by illegal temporal forces. The directed my actions here are from the direct association with my deity, that of the great Oldora. We have been summoned here so that each of you may move back to your correct place on the timeline, and a judgment may be rendered upon one former Olodamara. I
Praise
swear I didn't
Eldora.
do anything wrong. Olodamara points to what's it called? The big guy points to the 40-year-old fat guy, and it says, "This is the former deity Olodamara. Both you and I serve the great Oldora. I apologize for the linguistical confusion. Common is not my native tongue."
So you're saying they're the same god, so you should be respecting them.
No, you, Adrian, you was a fool sometimes. I swear.
Do you wish to be returned
I'm
to your
trying to get him
timeline?
out of this, okay?
No, I can't. I can't let this. Fish guts ain't my. Odora is my god before anything, and it is Odora's will that fish guts stand trial.
Yo, when did you stop being cool?
I've always been Odora first. You should be known this.
I thought that was like some kind
Why
of
are you?
brand of
Why are you
food.
laughing at me? Why are you laughing at me?
Does anyone else try to break up this argument? As you see Adrian and Kushko, now complete with a set of snazzy angel wings. What's it called? You see,
Adrian's moving up in the world.
yeah, you see, what's it called? Yushin, you see someone who looks a lot like you, just kind of looking straight at you. Sunblade is just kind of sitting in the corner, trying to not be noticed. Ashley is sitting here, just like she's basically sitting on the ground like a 5-year-old. Her hands are crossed, being like, "God, I don't want to deal with any of this."
So
Neji's got his hand raised.
He
He wants to ask a question. He wants to ask a question.
Emily walks over to Emily as Emily immediately begins crying. Neji raises his hand. Lizvara looks in your direction.
I
If
think
I have a question, if you send me back to Galarian, can I take that snazzy sword that Black Man's got over there?
You may not steal the weapon of a agent of Oldora.
That
If you
Wait.
do not wish to be present at this trial, you may leave through the southern door, and all your memories of being within this room shall be erased.
well, I saw his memories, and that weapon's called like Black Razor, and I don't think that has anything to do with Eldora as far as he knew.
Wait, are you referring to Kuzin, or are you referring to the voice of the flame?
I'm talking about Kuzin.
Okay, well then Kuzin can respond.
Why do you want it, little gnome man? You see, I kind of like those kind of artifacts. They're kind of like my whole thing. I like to study them. You know, the whole like good versus evil is pretty cool. You know, and he's like, well, see, little gnome man, the whole thing. This like his sword is like super evil, and I was gonna give it to some like shadow lady. I kind of promised it to her. No, okay. Little Sir Black Man. Oh, man, I keep going in between characters. Black Man, you have to. Kuzan, that's your name. I saw your memories. You gotta give it to me. I'll give you like a lot of gold if you give it to me. I'll do it justice. I don't know. How can I trust you? Like, also, how much gold are we talking? Like, this thing's worth a lot of money. Don't worry, sir. I have a lot of money. That like thousands of gold pieces, hundreds of platinum pieces, and I'm a good guy. Just ask Yushin. That Yushin, and he points back to other Yushin.
That's not my boat.
Yuzin,
I was
I
more
feel
going to
like
ask, what is
Yuzin-
TK's response to all of this? TK or Duke's response? Because you guys are the moral authority at your Grinders party.
specifically to Kuzan and Neji.
To this happening, yes.
Oh, hey, it's that kid we saw before, but he's like now a little older now.
No, you definitely didn't see Neji.
No, the other one, this one.
Yeah, you guys will recognize Yuzjin as that guy you rescued, but plus 5 years.
I mean, it was like 3-4 years.
About that. He's
He
definitely got
doesn't
like
look that
slightly more
different.
beard.
No, he's
Hey,
got kind of
boss.
scruffy.
You see that kid that looks like you? Is he your son?
Who are you referring to?
Who's boss?
The only one who's fucking Duke's boss.
Oh, the other you should. Oh yeah, because you're. I forgot your silver flame.
Alright. You,
What is? Yeah, what does everyone you should make of it?
Oh my god, Whew, okay, this session was a bit bigger than I was planning on doing it.
I will bring everything.
No,
Everyone
dude,
is involved in this.
we expect them to have like
Yuzjin
20.
We got 3 parties in one room.
You're welcome. Yuzjin, what's it called? Yuzjin taps Blanker on the shoulder and says, "You got this, buddy," and begins walking over to his counterpart.
Yo,
Huh?
Yushin, we need your full attention here.
Pleasure to meet you.
Which Yuzin?
You.
Yuzjin extends a hand towards Yuzjin.
Everyone Yushin asks you, Yushin.
Hey. Alright, listen, I don't want this to sound weird, but I knew about your existence a lot before you knew about mine.
It's
So
I was
just to get
not-
it out of the way, I have been visiting.
I've also been aware of your existence. I have never met
Okay.
you in person. I believe it is an honor to meet one's self from a different dimension. Though I will say I do have several questions.
Mhm.
Though, unfortunately, I don't think the time is now, or I don't think the time for that is right now, because as per the Silver Flame, if you have been visiting, then I'm sure you're aware of everything that's. And after what that angel did, I'm sure you're aware of the tragedy that has been involved upon the Silver Flame due to recent events. I would love to speak to you, but unfortunately, that will have to wait.
Right.
Please do not hand off evil artifacts to planning your travelers, Kuzan.
Who said that?
Yuzjin.
You are not the boss of me. What if he's like a super nice guy and he's gonna save his world with it? It saved our world, didn't it?
Can we resolve one major world-ending crisis at a time, please?
This was a
No.
world-saving crisis. If I have you know,
Jesus Christ.
We
Black
refuse.
Razor is the reason that Melgraven is dead. So I was right
You want to
all along.
take the weapon that killed the person responsible for all of this and hand it off to a random gnome because
He'll give me a lot of gold, and he seems trustworthy.
of greed.
No, because this sword needs to be in the hands of the good, and he seems like a good guy.
Well,
And-
he is a
And
reporter.
the reason we can't just lock it inside the vaults of the Silver Flame is
Because then someone evil will hear tell of it. We got it from a volcano, and we had to go past a freaking like lion thing and a bunch of other stuff to get this thing. If I was able to get it, someone a lot more evil and powerful can get it. That
so. Why
guy's
would you hand it off to someone even more powerful?
because he doesn't look evil.
I mean,
Are you
how-
evil?
I mean-
Yuzjin looks directly at Neji.
Honestly, Neji's pretty morally gray, right?
I know.
He's true neutral.
I mean, he is great.
Honestly, I feel like Yuzjin would be like, he'd be like, yeah, Neji's a great guy. Look to the other Yuzjin and be like, wow, wow, wow.
Kuzan, you're a fucking nut. What happened? I thought that you were all about keeping that thing and bonding with it not an hour ago. We had several conversations with you trying to convince you not to use that sword, and now you're just gonna sell it?
It was to destroy House Cannith and bring peace back to our world. Who's the true evil now?
That is
He
true,
also has your
actually.
mate for health, Kenneth.
You could the sword. What if anything? You should just be destroying it. No.
But what if it can bring more good to other worlds?
But you said it yourself.
That's not how evil artifacts work.
Eventually, somebody evil is gonna get it. We have a limited time span.
Yeah, but then it will be
Also-
on a different world. But think about it. Think about it. This is
Oh,
Luciano.
okay.
This is our chance to get it out of literally out of our plane of existence. It won't be a threat to us.
It'll be their problem.
I am down to fuck other worlds in this. Okay,
No, because
maybe
if
you're
they
not.
do it, they
Like,
can destroy it if that's up to them.
if he
you
can
know?
give us 1,000,000 gold, then I'm on board.
A
Hey,
million.
Maybe
Look,
we
this
don't
is
make
a
deals to
world
send
ending
like
artifact.
otherworld objects to other worlds in front of the police that
Oh,
police
yeah.
that.
But the Neji guy asked, and they said they didn't care that much.
Are you mentioning? Hey, we have a super evil artifact to the to the angels.
It's
Hey,
not.
do y'all hear what we're
Ne-
talking about? Y'all
No.
don't hear us, right?
I mean, to be fair, Neji pointed right at Black Razor, and they just kind of let him start buttering.
Okay, because there's a lot of different characters for me to play right now. I'm sorry. All right, Lizvara is in the middle of listing off a bunch of crimes that Fish Guts committed. At which point she looks towards Duke and said, "I'm sorry, what?"
Oh, sorry, no, I didn't mean something got in my throat. Don't mind me.
I'd throw
What are you
blanks on
doing?
over Kuzan.
What?
Wait, say that again.
Nothing to see here.
Back in the closet.
Oh,
Oh my god.
oh.
Well,
God.
regardless, if you do not wish to be part of this trial, you are welcome to leave. I will not keep any of you here, but none of you will keep your memory of what is going on. I am here as a representative of Sarenrae. He is here as a representative of Eldora. We do not like intervening directly like this, so the fact that this has been happened is something we'd like to keep on the down low.
I
If you're
am
not
curious
interested in fixing the
what
timeline,
needs to be fixed.
what needs to be fixed? I'll show you what needs to be fixed.
What do we see?
All right, let's do this. Let's do Flame, and she looks at the giant. She looks at the giant angel. Can we do the easy ones first? That is acceptable. Looks in this direction, points at Ashley. You, what? You have not had a significant effect on the flow of time. Gee, thanks. It's great to hear. You will be sent back to your own plane of existence, and will remember of none of what has transpired. Gee,
What?
thanks. I met a few friends here, but I guess. And she kind of looks towards the gear grinders. Is this happening, or?
That's so
That's
sad.
up to you, kid.
I'll give you 5 platinum to let her keep her memories.
Oh my
And
god.
why would I allow a random Forsaken of Azeroth to keep her memories of this time disruption? It could lead to even more disruptions down the line.
I
You're not
think
going
she'll
to
be
Azeroth,
fine.
are
That
you?
one will be
Don't-
Just let her
okay.
keep the memories of her friends.
Wait, don't people hop through plane of existences all the time?
Not usually, not to Eberron.
Again, you
But
keep snitching.
that is a fair point, Yusjin. You will not remember the temporal existence, but you'll remember these human friends. How well that will affect you in Azeroth, well, we'll leave that. That sounds like a Azerothian problem. Flame? The silver, what's it called? The large ranger holds up a hand, holds it over Ashley, and
Wait,
Ashley
wait.
disappears in
Oh,
a pillar of light.
Were you gonna ask her for potions?
yeah.
You greedy little bastard! I love you.
Lizvara turns towards Lucas and says, "She has been returned to the Undercity and will remember you, but will not remember the context. If you wish to go to the Undercity, we wish you luck."
What's the Undercity?
Was that like permission?
Yeah, sounds fun. Maybe I'll make my way there one day.
Lizvara moves to the next character, and the giant angel like descends upon Blanker, and he says, what was his full name? Blanker, is it Blanker Dingus?
It's I'll type it in chat. It's Baclonker. Wait.
Yeah, it's Baclonker, and then you had a dumb last name, and I don't remember what it was.
There we go.
Oh yeah, Monkey! That's who he was. Baclonker Dingo. You have not had a significant effect on the time stream. He says in totally not a demeaning sort of way. We offer you the same sentence. You will be returned to the Silver Flame. You will not remember anything temporal that has transpired. But if you wish to keep... Really? No objections?
I mean, I kind of didn't understand what was going on in the first place, so I gotta be honest, man.
This is an acceptable outcome.
Disappears
in the pillar of light.
Wait. I'm sorry. Is this like with all those court proceedings? It seems very complicated for like what's the scale of what's going on, and
we intend to return everyone to their particular place in time before everything that happened related to Fish Guts happened to disrupt the time stream.
I mean, okay, wait, Fred's just like, I'm sorry, this shit is like, I'm like fucking like short circuiting right now, like because who's the fucking Fish Guts again? I'm sorry.
Lizvara grabs this fat guy and drags him over towards the Sentinels. Hold on, let me move some of these corpses out of the way. They are.
You guys should just walk closer to the scene.
You guys should just move closer to the rest of the sand.
Now we're good.
Zara brings this, again, very sad-looking fat guy over to you, and says, "This is Fish Guts. Is that an appropriate designation for you right now? It's the name I've been going on for quite some time right now, but I suppose Fish Guts here committed a grave sin in the eyes of the divine. For lack of a better term, eons ago, this being used to be a deity by the name of Olodumare. Through his reckless actions, mortals caused a time paradox and broke reality. Olodumare here was charged with fixing this mistaken reality, and time travel magic and other temporal spells beyond, say, haste, were banned from mortal hands. Rather than simply erasing everything, Olodumare here secretly created multiple parallel universes, hoping to create a timeline where events went the right way. This was not allowed, and things began to escalate, that culminated in an attempt on my deity's life by the Blue Witch cult. In punishment, Olodumare here was stripped of his divine rank, and placed inside his own time loop until his wacky plan worked. Adrian over here is the latest incarnation. You've been around, what, 20, 21 times? About that at this point. Due to the psionic disruptions caused by Project Vismara, Fish Guts here was able to escape from his prison and enter this universe. He was captured by agents of Merix and Karazug to obtain the knowledge of time travel from his body. This is this is bad. Merix is dead, but I'm sure you can imagine the wizard from your universe, the Rune Lord Karazug, knowing how to make portals through time is equally bad.
Wait, so Merix is dead?
Merix is, and she will point to this, she'll point to this corpse on the ground, which is like a mostly humanoid, but still like, probably like 80% Mechanica with a whole bunch of like tentacles coming out of its spines, is what is left of Merix to Kenneth.
Wait, no, I'm getting mixed up with, who's our Merix of our unit? Melgraven. I forgot. My brain kind of skipped.
Wait, yeah. Oh, no, I didn't say it yet.
Yeah, I was like, no, I think Fred got mixed up with. Oh no, that's not our loving guy we like so much.
Our beloved Melgraven.
Melgraven. Ah, there.
Your beloved Melgraven attempted to kill you 4 years ago.
Oh, I remember that.
He was stopped, and he attempted to kill you, in an attempt to disrupt the Sentinels of Sandpoint from ever being formed.
Nice.
Thanks to the efforts of those 5, and she points to the Gear Grinders, your timeline was preserved. You can
Yeah,
give them.
Yeah.
Let's go look at Ishin. So you saying Melgraven almost tried to kill you in the past. You never
I couldn't
mentioned
really tell you
Melgraven-
until this part happened.
like what fucking integrity of the timeline kind of stuff or what?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's all there is to it. Honestly, I'm
This is
pretty happy
part
to
of
get
the
this off my
reason that
chest if I gotta be
mortals.
honest.
This is
Huh.
part of the reason that mortals are not allowed to have access to temporal magic because it leads to all these sorts of shenanigans. Thankfully,
What gives
you
you
are
the
still
right to
alive.
hold all that power? What about the common
Because-
people?
Jesus Christ.
Do you want to know what exactly happened when Oldamara broke time the first time?
No, that sounds like it'd be
Do
too
you
long.
want to
Can
know
you make it
how a
quick and
Sirak
simple?
almost consumed the multiverse?
Oh, I remember
I
that
don't
guy.
want to experience it again.
Wait.
Can you do it in like
Oh,
2
wait, and
sentences?
Yujin will look at Fish Guts and be like, "Oh, you're that guy. I remember you."
You've heard my story before. I'm
Ah,
surprised.
it's one hell of a story.
Indeed. I like
It's
to
kind
assume
of
I
a.
was doing the right thing, but unfortunately,
I
me and
mean,
Serenray kind of have a bit of a history, if that makes sense.
A for effort, though. At the very least, knowing that story is the reason I never, changed things. So, there's the one good thing that came out of it, I suppose.
That being,
So again,
you said there's one good thing that came out of that, and he said what?
oh, well, it's kind of what I said earlier. Fuck, did I mention? I don't know if I said that in character. Half the reason I didn't tell, or I didn't really change the loop is because I knew about the story of Olidamara. It was kind of hard to figure out, but after a little bit of research, I realized, oh yeah, that's what happened to me.
Oh, you were intelligent enough to realize you were rescued by time travelers?
I mean, I wasn't really sure, but it's like not like there was a lot of better explanations.
Well, you didn't really know you were in the loop at the time, so I suppose I should say thank you for attempting to preserve reality, as it were. I like reality as it is. Not
Yeah, I'm
quite
a
the
pretty big
reality
fan of it, to be honest.
It's not quite the way I've been doing so, and I admit I have made a few fuck ups along the way, but I'm trying to do better.
Well,
Trying to do better does not apply when your actions have directly caused one of the most powerful mages in Galarian to have access to temporal magic. I'm working. I've been okay. I admit that one was a big fuck up.
He's a good man.
yeah, that is pretty bad. We've kind of devoted our last 4 years of our lives to killing that guy, so now it's a little difficult
I'm
to do
afraid
that.
I'm not terribly familiar with Karazug, but the spells he be casting on me and Adrian were not the nicest. So I tried my best to hold out against him, but I don't exactly have the resilience of a deity anymore, if that makes sense.
He was trying to
Well,
touch us weirdly.
luckily he has the power of one, so we're a little fucked.
Well, he doesn't have all my powers. He's not like the new god of rogues or anything. He just tickled some secrets out of me that I probably shouldn't have told him.
Lucy.
Awesome.
Lucy, hear that? Any reaction from Lucy?
What'd you say?
He said he was the god of rogues.
Oh. He's clipping his toenails.
Oh my god. Does any of the rest of the Gear Grinders speak up at any of this?
Kuzan's just
Um,
kind of. Kuzan's trying to take notes secretly while also talking to Luciano.
I feel
Oh
like
my god.
Bango's probably talking it out with the horse.
Oh yeah. Called.
I think August is trying to think, how would one steal time travel?
Oh my god.
Ugh.
And unless anyone stops him, the voice of the flame continues going down the circle. He points at Sunblader, and he says, Sunblader, the Cobalt Paladin. Hello? Your contributions to this timeline have been insignificant enough to ignore. I disagree. I
Yeah,
have
he's been a
been
great help.
I have been an amazing help. I have been. Your contributions have been noted. You will be. You will be returned to the Church of the Silver Flame. I disagree. Disappears in a pillar of light.
Can you give the fella
I
something? You
will.
know, like maybe like a medallion that says he's a great hero. Doesn't have to be something crazy.
He's already gone.
The angel turns towards you. He holds out his hand. He casts a spell, at which point you're going to see a small silver necklace appear, and you're going to see an inscription on it. And it says, I saved the multiverse, and all I got was this lousy medallion.
Oh my lord.
That's
And he's going to
hilarious.
hand it to Duke.
All right, I'll get it to him.
At which point, the voice of the flame turns towards the Emilys.
This is the part where I think Yuzjin would kind of drop the ball and be like, "What the fuck is my Emily doing here?"
Emily
He's
looks up at
definitely.
Yuzjin, as does Emily look up at Yuzjin. Emily Dawnblade says, Hi, Yuzjin, it's a really long story. At which point, Emily from Eberron looks up and is like, Oh god, I'm so sorry, please don't make them kill me.
Wait, hold on. Okay. First of all, Emily, my Emily. Zabel, I was worried sick for you. Zabel told me you were in Osiren.
I was originally in Osiren, and I was going to be doing that to help find. I've been trying to find a. I feel bad about everything that happened with the cauldron and whatnot, and so I was looking in for a thing to find something for. Looking in for some different artifacts, at which point I ran into me.
What do you
I.
What do you mean the thing that happened with the cauldron? I thought we destroyed it.
At this point, Emily from Eberron stands up, looking incredibly guilty, and says, Your Thessalonian cauldron, I repurposed it.
You mean one of the strongest evil artifacts that have ever touched Varisia?
It is not. It is no longer a cauldron.
Oh,
I made it into a server. And I swear I did this with the intent of helping people.
hmm
She agreed to it. I did not agree to give you the cauldron. I agreed to work with you on this Project Phasmara crap as long as you agreed to help me with finding. I know I agreed to help with you with that, but everything would happen with Merrick's. I got a little bit stressed, and I didn't mean to. And I'm like, I don't care that you got stressed. Yustin's right. We shouldn't have done that. Well, I can't exactly take it apart while it's inside literally every single person in Sharn right now. Well, it's not. We can spend money. We can fix
Oh,
that sort of thing and whatnot.
is that why there's murder and rioting in the streets?
Oh god damn it, there's more horrible things. God. And Emily Everon just puts her hand in her decks, and Emily starts walking over you and says, Okay, so I didn't intend for this to get this bad, but we can fix this, and we are going to fix this. But it might be some time till I get back to Galarian.
You did fuck up pretty bad being
Listen,
involved in this. Just saying.
you know what, Emily?
My counterpart literally wants to kill herself over everything that's happened right now. And
I
I
would
admit,
too.
I, to be honest, I think the only reason she's still alive is due to that orc over there. Suffice it to say, things have gotten really bad. But she
Listen,
wants to make amends, and I want to help her.
I get it. I've made similar mistakes. Listen, I'm just happy you're all right.
I'm happy I'm alive as well. But God, this
Listen,
did not go the way I planned.
I'm gonna take you home once I can, and everything's gonna be okay. Uh, Emily's a Caneth. I mean, I guess I can't blame you. I know you're a good kid. Uh,
There's
listen,
a piece of your cauldron inside literally every citizen of Sharn, and it is literally my fault.
I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think we're gonna be coming home from Karzog, but in the minuscule chance that we do, I will drop everything to help fix this. But we don't really have the time right now to
I'm not
worry
asking
about
for
that.
handouts. This is my mistake to solve, assuming I'm even able to solve it. At which point, Lizvara stands up and says, I don't think this is about solving anything, Emily. I think you're going to have to work really hard right now for us to allow you to continue to live after everything that's happened. Okay, here, this is kind of what I was expecting. You are directly responsible for untold amounts of suffering. Immutable amounts of suffering. While your decisions with Project Vesmara may have had a good mind intentionally, the fact that it would not only came from evil beginnings, but has caused evil ends, has caused an immutable amount of suffering. And you're, as far as I'm concerned, as far as an agent of Sarenrae, and I don't normally say this as a god, as an angel of Sarenrae, as my god is completely opposed to the concept, as my goddess expects redemption and my goddess expects atonement for mistakes. There is a line that should not have been crossed, and we have clearly passed it. And you just decided to keep on going and saw what happened. From my perspective, Emily, your life should have ended on that airship. Unless you
Yeah.
can convince me otherwise. And Lizvara draws her scimitar.
Whoa, hey, oh, whoa.
Hey, whoa,
Okay,
wait.
hold on a sec.
You want her to keep living after everything she's done? You think
Independent
she
of
should
that,
still be alive?
I don't think Sarenrae would be very happy with that conclusion. She's
No, I'm
literally
not.
already offered to try and redeem herself, even if that means death. Like, I don't think
Okay.
she's gonna survive this either way, and I feel like killing her prematurely is against the word of your own goddess, if I gotta be honest.
Yes, and I believe you me, I'm feeling a little bit conflicted about this myself, but there is a point that which redemption cannot be offered. Are you
And
not?
she's
Do you
not
not?
past it.
After everything she's done, after stealing the cauldron of the Thessalonian cauldron from you, after causing immutable amounts of suffering, after causing everything that's happening above in Sharn, for directly working with Merrick's?
The only people past redemption are the ones unwilling to accept it. And maybe that means 100 lifetimes of fixing her mistake, but that doesn't change that
You
she's...
want me to grant her immortality?
No, that is not what I'm saying. I'm saying that she's not past it. Even if it takes her 100 lifetimes to pay it off, I don't think it's impossible for her to do it.
Well, who's this? Is this
I think
Yuzin
it's...
or is this TK?
This is Yuzjin. He's kind of the
Okay.
voice of wisdom between the two, all the PCs here.
Believe you me,
All of my PCs, I mean.
as an agent of
Can I just
Sarenrae,
say something?
Yeah, can
This
we
is
can
Gentle
we have
Lucas.
some witnesses come up? Like I think a couple of us have things to say.
Yeah, actually, and not to
I will
mention, it
allow.
was due to her that they were able to fix this so far.
She has committed herself to redemption, and I do not believe. And my goddess allows for redemption, but I, after everything that has transpired, and the amount of people who have suffered, and the amount of people who have died at her hands, I
Well, I'm sorry, but
all right.
maybe it's just because everything that's happening with Fish Guts, and but Sarenrae's just been a little bit pissy recently after you guys almost killed her. She screams at Fish Guts. I swear that's the you can blame the stupid Knights at Dawn for that. Regardless,
well, I'm a
as
little
an agent
sorry,
of
but this
as an
isn't
agent of
exactly
Sarenrae,
about you,
I
buddy.
understand, but you may
And I
speak.
don't like to be the guy that says that, but
She turns to the gear grinders. Speak your pieces.
This woman, one, I mean, I may be a little bit biased, literally part of my family now. Two, has been repenting and repented since we rescued her from the airship. She's been invaluable in fixing this entire mess. And two, would she not be better used devoting herself to making this world a better place with all of the immeasurable wealth of the Lathander house, her and my brother, I would imagine, would both willingly dedicate the rest of their lives to improving this plane and repenting for their mistakes. Would you not, Emily?
I don't think that's Brian. I think that's Brian's choice to make, not yours. Sure, Emily has committed herself to redemption, but what of the innumerable lives that have been lost? What of the untold suffering? Do they not get justice? Do they not get resolution?
No?
All of the
And that's
psionic souls that were forced and stuffed into Project Vesmara, whose entire souls were used as fuel for this unholy abomination, do they not get justice?
no, they don't. And you could say that about literally every war ever. People die for no reason all the time. It's a shitty place we live in, and that happens.
You could say that about anyone who gets quote unquote redemption. Just because it's on a smaller
I
scale
don't really
doesn't
know
mean
you,
it's
but
any
this
different.
guy's wise.
See,
Okay,
Houston
he's like,
is.
look at
Houston
that
was
gnome
not
over
my
there.
original summoner, but I've seen him do some crazy things. Or
Yeah, good to
Houston was
see you,
not
by
my
the way. It's
original summoner.
been a while.
Pleasure as well, Houston. I just wish it was under better circumstances.
Yeah.
I also
I,
think the Emily's a good kid, especially the kid Emily. You know, they're both good kids.
Yeah, you just
They both done wrong.
the kid got too much power, and this is what happens.
There's
And
also
she's
like an
got plenty of
issue
life
towards
left
the.
to fix it, or
There's
if
also
at
like
least
an,
not, you know.
well, if not death, and if not imprisonment, what should be her sentence? Shall I have her continue? Shall I have her spend the entire rest of her days? Shall I place a geas on her so she may spend the rest of her days cleaning up Sharn of her own mistakes?
Give her a lantern archon to watch over her, make sure she's doing the right thing.
Blood Guardian.
Let's not clean up Sharn too much, though. It is pretty cool the way it is.
That is not. That is not a. That is not your judgment call to make.
Okay, all right. Overstepping a
Well,
little
there
bit
is
there.
kind of like a feng shui with like good and evil. You get rid of one side, there is chaos that comes out, ain't there?
Hell yeah, Duke. That was fucking poetic as shit.
It's called Lizvara looks towards the voice of the flame, and voice of the flame. What would voice of the flame do? Voice of the flame is actually. Voice of the flame is actually going to look at Kushko. Actually, it's going to look it towards Kushko, and say, Kushko, you have no stake in this. And yet you serve as a agent of Oldora. You were not in life. You did not live long enough to see the extent of Emily DeCanna's failings, and at the same time, you are augmented as an agent of Oldora. I hereby and as a result, I ask you to form one half of the verdict that shall be inflicted upon Emily. For the other half of that verdict, and at this point, the angel's eyes are going to fall firmly upon Jonah, is you. I ask the two of you to tell me, what shall be her verdict? What shall be her sentence? The one who has suffered none at the hands of Emily, and the one who has suffered everything at her hands.
Well, you go ahead, Mr. Jonah.
John's gonna light a cigarette and say, I'm not gonna deny what Emily has done has been close to diabolical, but you gotta keep in mind that what led to the circumstance of her being in a situation. Merrick's was really the key pillar of why Emily did this. Not she was a little girl who just wanted to help, and Merrick's took advantage of that, and she's a bit troubled, if you ask me. No offense. You say that. Say that to Emily,
She smiles at Jonah.
but you can't blame someone who's been through hell and back. Expect retribution, just like plain and simple. This isn't just good and evil. It's in a very, very gray area. Gray area, and the fact that Merrick's has his hands in it, but I'm guessing he got the easy way out. Jonah's gonna point to his fucking dead, mangled body. So,
Merrick's is dead, and his
yes,
corpse shall rot within the confines of the hell of the Dark Six.
I say he got the easy way out. He had the most easiest way out of all the shit he's done.
If you do not wish Emily to suffer the same fate, then I ask you, Jonah, what fate shall she suffer for her actions?
Well, I'd say she has a lot to atone for, but not death. Anything but death. Anything but death and punishment. Anything that can harm her. But I say her punishment is just undo everything she's done for the past couple. What has this been? Like a year or a couple months?
It's been about a year and a half or so.
For the past year. I think that's the greatest punishment. Just uh, working to fix everything here, happen and Sharn, and heal. Death is much more the simplest way out. Anyone can just slice someone's head off and be done, thinking that's retribution for their actions, but nah. Undoing this mistake, that takes real hard work for a person.
The angel looks towards Kushko.
Well,
Do you agree
I
with the condemns verdict?
with Jonah's verdict.
Yeah, or yes, the punish snakes over here's verdict.
Uh to speak my truth, it's hard to say. As Jonah says, it's a little bit of a gray area, but in the world I lived in on this planet, such crimes in front of any court would immediately she would be sentenced to death. Plain and simple. But she has in this time that she has since the ending of this Project Vesmara, she has shown a strong sense of repent. Now, I don't think it's worthy of forgiveness. Or any one person affected by her actions would say, yes, I forgive, I accept your apology. I don't think that's the case. Honestly, I don't know if this is possible, but I would think a good punishment for her would to be to like relive this life several times over, but each time gaining a little bit more wisdom than the last, so that she truly can and we can decide if she truly is deserving to continue living or if she needs to be sent to dark sticks.
The angel kind of holds up a hand, starts thinking it for a bit. And would you be willing to help carry out this sentence?
I see no reason. I mean, I'm definitely gonna try and pull over my way. I do big into the Oldora's ways, but I would
Well, in
like
that
to.
case, that shall be the sentence then. The angel turns towards Emily and says, "Well, you were not directly responsible for the events that have unfolded across Sharn and across Eberron. You have the amount your stake in Project Phasmara, and your actions therein are undeniable. As a result, I give you the following sentence. You shall be assigned Kushko as a handler. Kushko will be given the location of every single copy of Project Phasmara and every single red berry manufactured by Huthcanath. You shall destroy each and every single one all of the projects you helped create, all of the suffering you have caused. We cannot bring back the dead, but you will prevent any of it from causing further suffering. Project Visara shall never again exist upon this realm, and any red berries or anything other and any other things shall be destroyed. In return, Kushkoji shall be granted the power by Phasmara to return the normal natural eyesight to any who willingly or unwillingly subjected themselves to red berries. Only when this is done, we will return to this court. If Kushko does not believe that you have done everything in your power and have not truly repented and spent every waking moment you have on repenting your sins and destroying this evil technology, then we shall reconvene this parole board. If, however, by Kushko's personal judgment, that you have done as you were, and that every single scrape of evil that you have convicted upon Everon is destroyed, then you may continue living your life as if nothing has happened. At which point Emily breaks down crying. Emily walks over and begins hugging Emily. Thank you. Thank you. The angel looks at Lizvara, and Lizvara looks back at Yuzjin. Satisfied?
Yeah, I mean, I know that I'll definitely be checking in if I survive my career, but
Oh, believe me, from what I'm seeing in my mind right now, she's got about 6 million jobs ahead of her. I'm
oh
sure
yeah.
she'll need all the help she can get. But on that
Well,
note,
if I gotta be honest, I've got good faith in her.
she looks towards Emily. Emily looks towards Yuzjin and the Sentinels and says, "I'd really like to help, but thank you.
It's fine.
I know
think
what
you're
I have
already
to
in over
do.
your head.
Very." And on that subject, Lazara says, that is the second thing that must be resolved. Karazug has access to Olodamara's magic. That cannot be allowed to exist. The three of you need to kill Karazug. But I'm imagining you don't need me to tell you that.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
we
just
did
we've been
dedicate 4 years of our life to do that. I think we just have a lot more reason to now.
yeah. Yeah,
You
I
do.
mean we had a lot more sense of it, this is kind of like the final push, as they say. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, at the very least, I think this gives us a lead. We've been kind of running dry for the last year.
A lead. That gives me an idea. The three of you have proven to be excellent Thessalonian fighting forth, but given what's happened right now, perhaps it might be time to swell your ranks. And
Yeah,
Lizvaro
we've got a
points to
lot
the
of
gear
corpses
grinder.
on our hands.
And Lizvaro points to the gear grinders. I think I know some promising recruits you may wish to interview.
Oh, wait, no. So it's okay when you agree with the planetary travel, but when we do it,
This
Mr.
fine
Duke
little
de
man does have a
Foldis.
point.
nope, that was Adrian.
Oh! Alright. What's it called? Lizvara walks over to Adrian and says, "Do you have anything else you wish to add to this tribunal?"
I think this is a charlatan court, and that there's a lot of bias coming here. I clearly require some representation on my client, Fish Guts. I
My lord.
require a proper attorney.
I think
Lizvara,
we can solve the fish guts problem once Karzog is dead.
Lizvara shakes her hand and says, "Enjoy your time loop, buddy." And Adrian
Ah!
disappears. I agree, but I'd rather I disagree. I'd rather resolve this
No, you
first.
agreed.
Mr. Fishguts, she says, grabbing a hold of him and dragging him back into the center of things. What say you in your defense? I didn't mean to give ancient wizards time travel powers, and yet you did. I'm sorry. Please don't kill me. Well, I don't want to kill you, and my god prevents me from killing. My god definitely does not want me killing you, but I think Saren would make an exception for you, everything you've done to Saren Ray. But it appears the mortals here are in a forgiving mood. What say you regarding this, plaintiff? No, it wouldn't be plaintiff, it would be accused.
Defendant.
What
accused.
say you regarding this defendant?
Well, I'm personally kind of biased because he kind of cooked me up. I mean, I don't even know. I was like in Helen's mind for a while, and then I was like, I don't want to be here.
I'm asking the mortals, who otherwise would
Oh
more than
yeah, you
expect
did
to
say
defend
more. Well, see, I don't always listen that good. Sometimes you gotta excuse me. I got like ears full of June bugs on days like this, so I try my best. So I deeply apologize, madam.
Lucretia speaks up at this and says, I'm kind of conflicted on this myself. I have no stake in this fish gut story, obviously. It appears he did make a genuine fuck up, but that genuine fuck up has endangered more lives, just not in this reality. Uh, what say you, Sentinels? This has made our job a hell of a lot harder. Are we just gonna forgive him as well, or?
As annoyed as I am, it's not like he knew that this was even possible. He probably just saw it out and be like, okay, yeah, let's take a vacation, which he shouldn't have done.
Yeah, it's like
Don't get me
it's like
wrong, but there's literally no way he could have known that this would happen.
yeah, neither
Definitely, I don't think it's a death penalty. I think it's like
like
increase security on him, I guess. But
yeah,
I
keep
don't know.
tabs
I
on him.
wouldn't. This is
That's what I
clearly a
was gonna
mistake that
say.
the
That's what
mortals
I
have
was
made.
gonna say. Sorry, don't smite me for this, but is some of the blame not? He was in prison for doing a bad thing, and you guys were like, "You're a bad person. He did a bad thing," and then he was able to break out. So would some of the blame not come to you guys for not creating a secure enough prison?
I don't know if that's the hill you want to die on. I'm
We
not gonna lie,
recruited
man.
a very secure
Who's gonna
prison.
say that is crazy?
No,
How are we?
that was Veggie.
Oh, okay.
How are
So-
we to know that this massive psionic machine would be built that would allow this man to breach his own time loop?
How
I
would
don't
he
know.
know that
There's
it would
no
have
way
been
you
just
could have known that, but I suppose we found a loophole that we got to patch for this next prison.
yeah.
We can increase security, but do you wish him to continue? I guess he can continue looping.
I mean, yeah, let him finish his original sentence. See how he changes.
Maybe double it.
No,
Probably give it to the next person.
you misunderstand the nature of Fishguts' sentence. Fishguts, in an attempt to repair the damage he had done to the timeline, essentially took a portion of your planet, Galarian, and created multiple alternate versions of that portion of your planet. He essentially had multiple different miniature universes, and through which he guided various mortals to complete the timeline as it was originally foretold to happen. This was not allowed, and one of these alternate timelines ended in the creation of this incredibly dangerous cult called the Cult of the Blue Witch, and indirectly, of course, from what Fishguts did, said cult almost attempted to assassinate my deity. As you can imagine, Sarenrae did not take that one very well. And as a result, he was stripped of his divine power and trapped within his own time loop until his wacky plan works, and the events that have happened in this miniature universe can be transplanted back to the main force of Galarian.
It sounds like you've got a pretty good prison on him already. Then it's not like he's gotten out yet.
It's a prison of his own creation, and he was not supposed to get out were it not for the psionic irradiation of Project Vesmara.
What if we give him more things to do in the prison so he doesn't try to get out?
He's trapped in a time loop. I don't think enjoyment. He's trapped in a time loop, and he's trapped in a time loop while being enslaved by an incredibly evil vampire pirate lord. Pleasure was not really on Sarenrae's mind when she created this prison.
Yeah, no, I kind of agree with that one.
Yeah, but like, how long was he in there? It seems like. Do you think you?
About 100, 150 years at this point. I've gotten used to it.
How long was his original sentence?
Mortal.
Forever?
I say forever, but that word doesn't mean what you think it means. See, you mortals, you die after a certain amount of time.
I feel like this mortal word is almost. You say it like it's almost a slur.
I don't mean anything against
Sounds
mortals.
pretty
I got plenty
aggressive.
of.
Yeah,
I
you
got plenty of
mortals.
things.
Like,
Seems
Oh, would
very
you prefer me to say you people who don't live forever?
that's
Well, it's
honestly
the
sounds a little nicer.
Yeah.
All right, well, you people who don't live forever eventually die after a certain amount of time. Therefore, prisons that's why your justice system works in the way where you have to give up a certain amount of percentage of life. That's it doesn't quite work for someone like me who I don't really age in the same way you do. So Sarenrae took away me powers and told me to fix everything. I'm still willing to fix everything if you'd be willing to put me back there. I don't enjoy living under Mazer's massive fucking dong, but I understand that that's the way that history is supposed to go. I've tried. I've gotten pretty good at least 6 of the times. I had this guy named Leviticus. It almost worked out perfectly, and then they all killed each other. It was the worst.
Why? So why? What is
Wait,
perfect for you? Why don't you just finish the next loop?
yeah, but why
I
is it? Why is there a right way for history to go? You telling me my
because
actions don't matter?
okay, your actions do matter. It's just the particular. Okay. Do you want the long version or do you want the short version?
I got all day.
Give me the
This is a
fun
time
version.
frozen area.
Long story short, about eons ago, I'm not using the word year here because it doesn't really. It was an edition ago. You don't you people don't quite understand that term, but essentially, I was supervising a group of heroes, a group of adventurers much like you. And those heroes were destined, not necessarily forced, but they were destined to become pirate lords of the shackles. They were destined to become great heroes and control the world.
Oh.
However, I intervened in their destiny. I was having a little trouble with my original time loop problem, which is to say that there was an incredibly powerful villain, and that incredibly powerful villain was coming back, and I needed a group
Correct.
of heroes to go. A Sirac, yes.
Okay.
That incredibly powerful villain had threatened the multiverse, had consumed the world, had threatened the gods themselves, and destroyed the outer planes. The only reason that you don't know about that happening is because that version of reality doesn't exist anymore. And the reason that version of reality doesn't exist anymore is because another group of heroes essentially grandfathered themselves out of existence. That group of heroes sacrificed their very existence to delay a Sirac's return. However, he was still returning. So I was looking far and wide for a group of heroes who could finally put the plug on that. Prevent a Sirac from ever coming back. To prevent the Tomb of Horrors. Prevent ascension to godhood and the destruction of the entire Outer Realms.
The Tomb of
Believe
Horrors.
you me, I didn't want it to happen again. So I found a group of idiots, and it happened to be a bunch of people who were destined to become pirate lords of the shackles. And I may have convinced them to drop everything they were doing and kill a Sirac. Now, granted, they did do that, and the Sirac did die, but it wasn't their destiny. And the mortals were mighty upset about it. And the rest of the Pantheon was also mighty upset about me interfering in mortal affairs. So they told me to fix it. And I'm like, well, I could go back in time and talk to myself, but I'm like, that's not going to happen. So I was just going to create a separate reality where things that were supposed to happen, where those heroes would become pirate lords, and Asirak would be dead, and then the mortals would be pirate lords, and everything would just be great, except they didn't do it, and we had to keep making it. We had to do it again and again and again and then the mortals, they kept making the wrong decisions, and they kept not wanting to become pirate lords. And there was this stupid plot about a fox and everything, and eventually Saren Ray found out about all this, and she wasn't terribly happy about me cloning the Shackles region of Galarian like 6 times. So she told me, all right, if that's the way we're gonna do it, then you fucking do it. And then she trapped me inside my own pocket dimension until my plan works. And
Okay.
that's the reason I look like who I am right now. I'm essentially trapped in the appearance of one of the mortals in the pocket dimension at the time that I made it. Like I said, divine justice is weird.
Okay. Yeah, that does check out to what I remember. And what I researched 4 fucking years ago. Okay.
So we
What
just
if
drop him back in his cell?
I mean, it's kind of hard to add on to the punishment of infinity. Or I guess it's not really infinity, but
He is
I
not
mean,
punished for infinity. He's punished until, according to Saren
definitely.
Ray, until he is upon in the time loop with him, there is the potential for heroes to rise. That Adrian fellow you saw is one such incarnation, but he was not Adrian he was not Adrian last incarnation. The incarnation before him, his name was Leviticus. In the incarnation before that, his name was Devon.
There's only one baby.
all right then. Tell you what. Fish guts. How confident are you with this go about? How are they?
I'm trying my damn best. We got fairly far before.
No.
Honestly, I
Tell
thought
me.
Adrian was going to be the one who did it. We had a few of them. We had this guy named Ven. He wasn't really working terribly well, but we had this Adrian guy. He was working perfectly. We had this Oracle who was working perfectly. Hell, I even created this Kobold who had like the best potential in the world, but just the worst luck in the world.
By the way,
That's a shame.
Oh.
Really wish that kobold survived. No reason.
Honestly,
no.
I plan to create some more heroes when I get back there, and I think I've got a good go around. I can't promise it, but I'm gonna try my best to make sure they become pirate lords. That's
Do you
the
think
goal.
this might be the one? You
Why
really
would that
think so?
matter?
Because once history fixes itself, then I'm free.
No, I'm asking Yushin, why would it matter if it was this time or the next time or the time after? Why do you care?
If he thinks this is the one, then I say we just send him back.
Well,
I will try my best.
honestly, I'm not gonna lie
I
to
always
you.
think
I don't
this.
see a reason not to send him back. Period. I'm sorry, Mr. Fishcuts man, but
I mean, I kind of agree.
I understand. I believe. I understand I made a mistake, and I agree with my sentence that Saren Ray has pushed upon me. I'd prefer to serve my sentence than getting killed. So, you want to just throw me back in my cell? I'll get back to singing sea shanties and whatnot, and hopefully Adrian won't remember any of this.
okay.
Fred, you anything, Dad?
I'm gonna be honest with you, all this fucking bullshit with like fish guts and shit.
Oh yeah,
I-
out of character. This is so much fucking bullshit. Blame all of my previous parties for this. This is their fault, not yours.
I mentioned
if,
there is also another person who is involved in this situation.
Yeah, there is a Lorelei. We're getting to that.
okay,
Yeah.
so let me get it straight.
I'm
You
mainly
said
talking to you if he wants to interact as her.
okay. So let me get it straight. So he says this time around it's gotta be the one where he fixes everything. Is that what I'm getting at, right?
Here's hoping. It's up to the mortals, not me.
I don't think it really affects us that much if he's in his prison, if he does or doesn't, Fred.
I
It
mean,
doesn't affect you personally, no, but as
it's
far as having you do it, because you're the impartial judges here.
a fucking okay. Well, I'm sorry. Just like I didn't expect to be like a judge of. Okay. All right, let the man do this. Let the man do his thing. It's been. Just let him do his thing. That's Fred's consensus. Just let the man do his thing.
All right.
I think Fred wasn't
The
listening.
What?
Nope.
I'm sorry. It's just like
the large
someone's
angel
trying to
walks over here, says judgment has been processed, and Fishguts disappears in a pillar of light. Alright, the rest of these are fairly easy to do then. You. And she walks over to Emily Dawnblade, who looks a little bit shocked. You also helped Project Vesmara come into existence, albeit indirectly.
Hey, wait.
sorry?
No, she's innocent. You don't touch her.
What did she say?
She did not directly cause Project Vesmara to happen, but it was her donation of the cauldron that allowed the creation of Project Vesmara in the first place. In addition, she could have at any time not worked with her alternate universe counterpart, and yet she stayed here. Because I thought we were doing the right thing. I thought we were trying to do something good, and I was trying to do something good with it. I didn't know about all this. I didn't know about Merrick's and the rest of this. And yet you could have left at any time, and yet you didn't. I yes, but I didn't want to say no to me. It was really awkward. I yes, I did screw up. I admit it, but I what, you want me to stay here and fix everything too? That is a possibility of one of the judgments that could be inflicted upon you. I What do you want to do? I kind of want to just go home. I kind of want to just forget about all this. I want to just go back in time and slap myself for not just doing what Eugen told me to do and just destroy the stupid fucking cauldron? Is that acceptable, Voice of the Flame? That is acceptable. Wait, what do you mean? I didn't say anything. What do you mean? Is that like a judgment? I just said I want to go home. And so you will. With no memory of anything that transpired. Hey, wait, I want to keep my memory. Disappears in
Oh.
a flash of light.
Wow.
Eugen will tell her later.
Just put her modify
Did you
memory
say
on
that
her.
out loud?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's
You.
assuming they don't also wipe your memory.
Oh boy.
Ugh.
You have not had a significant effect on. Gee, thanks. I really like that. I really appreciate you telling everyone over here that we didn't have a significant effect on the plot line. And as a result, we will be more than willing to send you home to Maybar, albeit without any of your memories of what has transpired. I mean, I did
Wait, Mapple's from a
kind of.
different universe?
Yes, Naffle's from Maybar. He's been asking you guys to send her home this whole campaign.
Oh,
I
I thought
mean,
she was just. I thought that was.
I did kind of want to kill Merrick's, and I like to think I helped. And that was my entire sticks into this sort of thing. I'm gonna kind of miss. Hey, wait a second. Waffles over here sees Neji and Kuzan arguing over Black Razor.
Oh no.
I didn't see you. I thought you weren't in the room. It's kind of awkward.
Um.
Well, you gotta. How about this? Luciano isn't here. Just he's over there pooping, so he can't stop me right now.
One moment.
You guys have to both make a point as to why I should let it go into your plane of existence.
Shadow dimension. So it belongs there.
Who spoke? I just heard a voice. It was creepy.
Yeah,
I couldn't tell if it was from the fourth dimension or it was one of us.
It was right behind you. I mean, your room right now.
I'm inside. You.
Is
Is your
Maffle gonna
mom
make a
Neji?
case? I'm not. It can't
Dil-
be.
Dylan left his computer real quick, so
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're all just taking turns on it.
no, actually, I deserve Black Razor, and I don't know,
Oh,
because
perfect time.
because
Luciano Maffel just came over and was like, give me Black Razor Kuzan.
Oh,
Yeah. And I
So you're
said,
gonna
oh,
you're
I
gonna
honestly,
support your girlfriend, or you're gonna support the strange gnome?
oh,
I
I was,
absolutely have zero trust from the strange gnome.
Kuzan was like, you guys both need to sell me why it should go to your plane of existence, is what he said. And I'm hoping Dylan gives a big sell.
Maple's gonna kill you. You know that?
I'll be fine. I can just
Yeah.
run away.
She can fucking try.
She's got like 4 negative levels right now.
Still,
That's
she's
also
gonna
true.
try. Still, she's gonna try to.
But how do we know Neji is not going to jump on the sword?
I was gonna say, never mind. I was gonna say something, but never mind. Never mind.
Go on, say it. Talk some shit.
Yeah, Neji's
Just
pretty
say-
strong. Oh yeah, Neji could completely heal her negative levels right now. I forgot about that.
Yeah, his Miku Blast.
Mika Fisto.
No. Hit some Miku Blast.
Well, I think that the sword should maybe just be destroyed.
Well, what if it can do more good first?
I mean, yeah,
I'm gonna be
it
real with you.
could.
That's real
It could
unlikely,
also,
dude.
it could also do a lot worse evil.
But it wouldn't happen on our plane of existence.
That seems like just a bad line of reasoning.
Yeah. I mean, it depends. Really.
Think about it. This Sarenrae character probably wouldn't want some sword destroying her entire universe. If we send it to Galarian and shit goes bad, gods will literally step in and fix it.
They won't.
Was Yushin close enough to say this?
I would imagine. How close are we?
That's why I kept saying you guys are literally like a kilometer away.
Oh,
You and
I
Fred.
just remember Neji asking Yuzjin for help in the conversation, so I just
Oh yeah,
assumed.
that's fair. Oh yeah, you're right. I just want you guys' tokens closer. I like seeing all the tokens.
I know. I agree. It's very, very nice.
Make them kiss.
Yes. Delicious.
September shall do intense makeout session on Duke.
Alright, sorry, pause in action. I need to go. I
Bless
need
you.
to order something in for my mother. Alright,
All
everyone
good.
take 5. Sorry.
Well,
It's,
Hmm.
I need to actually turn off my webcam so you guys can't see what I'm doing.
Your webcam's on?
Ooh,
In
Dylan
my
reveal.
recording software. I can turn it on in my Discord if you'd like.
As long as your pants are off.
Whoa.
Oh, always.
As God intended.
On to do. Sorry,
Oh.
I need to order this for my mom. I totally forgot.
All good.
Yeah, you really want Black Razor? Holy shit!
I mean, if you want to bring Black Razor into the other campaign, I'm okay with that. Just I want a justifiable explanation, and you haven't given me a justifiable explanation other than I want it.
That's like his whole explanation.
Okay, you need a better explanation.
That's like his whole character. He's obsessed with evil artifacts. And he
Okay, well,
wants
you're gonna
them.
need to convince the rest of the party to give you that.
And Kuzan managed to do it.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure it's easy for you to convince yourself.
I know, that's why I feel weird role-playing it.
Okay, well, convince the rest of the party to let you hand off your fucking evil artifact.
Okay. Oh,
You
wait,
need to
I don't think you heard me
convince-
say it. Maffel came over and was like, and I was like, okay, well, you guys both got to give me a pitch as to why I let it go with you, or just destroy it, as Luciano keeps saying, which I am
It's
so
Maffel's
confused as
time
to
for
why.
her pitch.
Alright, well, hold on. Maffle is ordering a thing off of her app for her mother. 1 second.
Maffle's getting Grubhub.
Okay, it's
I
not
was
quite
under the
Grubhub,
impression
but
that Kuzan literally promised to destroy the sword after that was like.
Was that in the contract?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
It was
Yup.
in fact in the contract you signed.
What's up, Meru? A lot of things are happening right now.
Oh, I've been here for like the last like half hour.
Why haven't you said anything?
Because everybody's like in the deep RP. I didn't want to interject.
You are allowed to say, hey, fuckers, I'm here.
Alright.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Canonically,
Okay.
Maru would probably just be typing up this entire court case as he's hearing it anyway.
We are having trouble authorizing your credit card. What does that mean?
Oh, tell me the numbers on your credit card. I can help.
No, I'm literally recording right now. Hold on.
What are the 3 wacky numbers on the back?
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm just going to pay for this with my other card.
I guess he's got to destroy. Death
Cool.
of
I'll
that.
just pay
You
for
gotta
this
destroy
myself.
Dylan's credit card.
All right, 1 second. I need to order this thing for my mom.
I'm just thinking aloud. Don't worry.
Well, what was the consequence in the contract for not obeying the contract?
It wasn't.
Becomes homosexual.
I don't recall there. If there's unless we have. I recall if I turned evil, you'll have the right to jump me.
Oh
But-
yeah, we were just gonna fucking murk him.
But I'm not. It's not gonna turn evil in our plane of existence. So why do we care?
Well,
Exactly.
I mean,
Mic drop.
it's just an irresponsible take. Luciano arguably doesn't care that much, but
Giving someone else the problem is still evil.
I mean, yeah.
no, doesn't Meru? Don't you literally have a copy of the contract? What does it say?
Oh fuck, I gotta dig for that shit. It's somewhere in session stuff.
Can we control F? Is that a thing?
Search from user me, and then it would be file because I think it transmitted to it like an actual text file. File has file. That's a cat. That is this even the right? Yeah, okay, this is the right one.
I've got this. I'll wait for Dylan to get back. I know exactly what I'm gonna do.
You go run with Black Razor. You just go run.
No comment.
Okay. Here's the contract. End quote. Nobody gets Black Razor. End quote. Shit, I don't think that's even written. I mean, it doesn't say anywhere we can't give away Black Razors.
It doesn't say that.
No, it doesn't. Technically speaking.
Well,
It just says you can't be diabolically evil with it, basically.
Yeah.
You can't kill babies. Yeah, you can't go around like slaughtering villages and shit. But I mean, like, if you're killing like our common enemies, obviously it's I mean, technically.
So realistically, we just gotta interrogate people. We gotta interrogate Neji and or Maffle to make
Okay.
sure they will follow
Sorry
the
about
contract.
that. I just need to make sure my mother can eat food every day.
Didn't we get the sword to sign it somehow too?
Yeah, yeah.
I made the sword stab through the paper, but I mean that's not exactly a signature.
It's not quite a signing. Also,
That's close enough.
I tried to click on your link on mobile, and this is the first thing that came up, which I thought was funny. That's the app it wants me to open it with.
Black Razor contract. That's funny.
Anywho, but all right, sorry. I need to make sure Mom eats food every day. That's difficult.
Bless you.
Anywho,
Okay.
yeah. So you guys are arguing. Deji says he wants super evil sword. Kuzin is willing to give it to him for money. The rest of the party is not okay with this. And Maffel comes over, it's like, What do you respond?
Okay, listen to me, gear grinders. This Kuzan guy's on board, but clearly he's not gonna give it away if you guys are all like against him. So
Shit, when the
I
hell
gotta
was that
convince you
our
guys.
name?
That's
Gear
what the
grinders,
gods
guys.
kept calling you guys.
The hell, who gave them a right name much?
They are gods, but okay.
They're just going off the Discord server.
Yeah, they kind of broke the. They said something about breaking the fourth wall. I don't know what the hell that means, but
Everyone just starts seizing.
um,
Go
listen,
ahead, Neji.
our back in Galarian, we are fighting pure evil, like the embodiment of true greed, in the form of a man called Karzug, as you heard Fishgut say earlier. That is our enemy. That is who I will use that powerful ass weapon against. It will be in the name of good.
Yeah, it's like,
And Yuzin is no better when it comes to evil artifacts, so he kind of just stays quiet with a bit of concern.
my only concern was that he would go like somebody else going evil at some point. Really, ain't something I can deal with.
You can't make me.
Well, then I guess you're not holding the sword because you're like way over there on the other side of the room.
He holds it from across the room.
Yuzin touches Black Razor.
Yes.
Oh Jesus! All right, that's an experience I wasn't expecting to do. Can you roll me a history check on this?
I would love to. I'm very good at that, as a matter of fact. Can I take 10 for a 26?
26 would be applicable. Yeah.
It's one of my lower
Uh,
skills, actually. Would knowledge planes apply here?
I'd let you roll planes instead of history. Yeah.
Okay, then it's a 36.
Okay. Yeah. This is incorrect. This weapon, as you're touching this weapon, you immediately get a sense of like wrongness. And honestly, given Houston's experience with this, the best analogy I can give you with it is this feels like this sword itself is undead. It feels like it's like this is like an undead, what's it called? Like it's malformed. It feels grotesque. It feels voided. It feels very similar to like eldritch gods. It feels similar to like Lovecraftian horror. This is like the proto fetus of a dead god. This is like whatever this thing is, it is incredibly unnatural, is filled with negative energy. This thing could probably resurrect an entire graveyard just by being near it. There is something inside this thing. There is something incredibly powerful inside this weapon, and it's also incredibly not malevolent per se. It's more very hungry for souls, and common
Yeah.
sense tells you there's only really two types of people who like to eat souls.
Yeah, alright guys, here's my verdict. I think we should just leave it with the holy folk over there because I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think we're coming back from Karzog. And if he gets his hands on this, then
Yeah,
well,
also Karzog getting his hand on this is
like
that
independent
being
of whether or not I trust Neji, I think it's just not a good idea.
said, however, hey, how much is necromancy one of Yuzhin's banned schools?
It is not. It's actually one of his most studied schools. It's not his main, but
Oh.
he's very. It's kind of like
Then
a.
at the same time, you are very much aware that this sword, well, it's not its intended use. Would be an amazing conduit for what's it called, negative energy, or animating the dead, or like enervation, or anything of that sort. Like any sort of like, if you if you cast necromancy spells through Black Razor, hey, you remember how that gun wizard archetype worked?
Jesus Christ, Dylan.
That's basically what this would be for Yuzjin. My god, the power.
That is pretty good.
Incredibly evil and incredibly powerful.
This absolutely is something Yuzjin would use, but I think that even if we do decide we're going to keep this, it's going to go to Neji.
What is Yuzjin say in character?
I think he's just going to say with that same verdict. Like you see him salivating over it, but against his nature, I guess against his what's the word? You know what I mean, right?
Your better judgment.
Yeah, he's going to say, yeah, I think
Instincts.
we can't afford to let it go to Karzog. Actually,
should-
do I know what would happen if we rune forged this item?
Oh my god, what would I? You have no idea. That sounds like an experiment waiting to happen. But my god, would it be so much more powerful?
I genuinely think that Yuzhin's curiosity is a little higher than his morals here.
If you oh my, what
You
would
should
that do? I don't know. I'd have to go look up the rune forging rules.
think about
That
it.
would either create the most powerful weapon of the universe or a massive explosion.
We could share it. I know you love weapons like that. We could share it.
I mean, I kind of gotta agree with Neji at this point. Like, this
He's-
could be a massive tool against Karzog.
Well, I mean,
I
at
gotta be
this
honest.
point, I don't care. How much are you gonna pay though?
I mean, Karzog's gonna eat this world if pretty much immediately after he gets to ours, I imagine. So
Hey, TK, as everyone here is talking about what's it called?
Monetary
As everyone
gain.
here is like salivating over Black Razor, you are aware that Black Razor ain't the only thing you guys found in White Plume Mountain.
he's made an emotional bond and promised to wave at this point.
Hey, Duke,
just
you're
like-
also aware that isn't the only thing you guys found in White Plume Mountain.
Is that thing also giving like mad aura?
You shouldn't let
I mean, you've got it. You see, he's got a fancy. No, it's not even a fancy. It's a plain, unadorned warhammer with a half made of wood. It's a steel head glowing with a soft, silvery black light.
Not for sale.
Why'd you just say not for sale out of nowhere? Is that thing pretty special too or something?
No, it's pretty normal.
Guess just never unlocked the hammer.
I carved it out of wood from a tree. It's very, very ornate. It's mine.
You're gonna have to roll bluff on me.
You don't roll social checks on each other.
Well, here's the thing. I think you're lying, so I'm just gonna look at that. I would like to
And
roll
if I don't let
spellcraft.
you, stiff arm. Stiff arm.
I
You know what,
I don't think you're gonna be able to stiff arm me, man. If I want it, I'm gonna get it.
What the
I'm gonna spellcraft check with Yuzjin as well.
Alright, 43. Okay, Anakin Skywalker, that thing over there isn't probably the same level as Black Razor, but oh boy. There's some magic locked up in that Warhammer.
Interesting.
Is it good or bad?
Dwarven.
I don't think it leans any particular way.
Is it good or bad? No, it's a Dwarven magic. That's what it is.
We love dwarves here. I wonder what Raz is up to. Fred, you remember Raza? Same. Oh
Yeah.
no, we killed him. I forgot about
I
that.
met Raja.
Oh yeah, we killed him.
I resurrected him from the dead as an evil skeleton, and then we killed him after he defected.
Alright. While the rest of the party argues about
Luciano, what if I give you 2,000 gold?
That's one of the most insulting things I've ever heard in my life.
Okay, hear me out.
7,900 copper pieces.
An IOU from me.
Alright, I no
What
longer
about-
fucking care about the sword. Do whatever the fuck you want. I'm over it.
What about 7,900 copper pieces times 2?
My lord. I'll be right back.
I also have 7,900 copper pieces in my inventory.
as the rest of the party argues about proxying swords, Lazvara picks up the remains of her cords, walks over to Jonah, and says, "And what are you going to do at the end of this? If you
That's a
walk
big
out of here
one.
today into the ruins of Sharn, where are you going to go? Are you going to be helping the woman who tortured you? Are you going to be trying to get a fresh start? Perhaps you'd like to go with these sentinels and try to stop Karzug. That might be slightly above your pay grade."
I think I just want to be left alone for a while.
Entirely understandable. You will not remember the events that have transpired here, but you will remember the connections you made with Emily, and the nature of her punishment.
Can Jonah kind of try like repress her thing by like with psychonic like?
You could just ask her.
You could
Oh.
just ask her, but yeah, technically this is a will save if you want to keep your memories.
I'm gonna have to veto that memory wipe, lady. There's certain things people should remember. I'm keeping this. He's gonna point to his head.
My good sir, you were trapped inside a psionic chamber that nearly led to the destruction of both of our realities. That's not to say I'm going to say you're doing anything wrong with this knowledge, but given everything that's happened right now, do you really want that to be happen? What if what happens to Fishguts happens to you, and we have a repeat of Merrick's in 10 years?
Well, I'll try not to be anywhere where people are important. Some go say.
Okay, the same thing happened a year ago and you were captured.
Hey, same thing can happen again with.
Unless you plan to become a hermit, I can't let you live here with your memories, and can't let you leave here with memories of of Project Vismara.
Well, what about him? And he's gonna point at Yishin.
He will
Good
not
point.
remember what has happened here either. I'm doing this one at a time.
I feel like it's kind of important for me to remember this, considering what we're going to do next.
You want to have memories of Project Vismara and everything that's happened here in Eberron? Why?
I mean, my memories are pretty fucking limited as it is.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's why we're gonna clear up some free space once we're done with you.
We don't take notes anymore.
We'll talk about it.
Regardless,
I think I've been
is there a
around.
reason you want to remember all of this suffering and all of this death?
Suffering brings character, as I say. I'd rather just remember this than I'll just forget about it. And
I
it would,
Don't see that as a. I don't see the risk does not seem to be worth the cost.
how you know it's gonna happen again?
I can't, but ambitious evil men are always present.
Well,
If you do this, you're putting yourself at far more risk than you need to be. All for what?
Well-
To remember yourself being stuffed in a pod?
yeah, so listen, there's certain memories I'd rather not forget. This is one of them.
Why? It's not exactly good for your mental health.
Oh, I could say the same thing with you. Unless you wipe your brain every time you do this kind of crap.
Memories work. You know what, actually? Flame. She looks at the big guy. And what's it called? The two of them just kind of look at each other. And, hey, can anyone here speak Celestial?
Yes.
Can anyone other than you speak Celestial?
Oh,
I mean, Jonah knows German, but I don't think that's applicable here.
what if
How the
Kush
fuck
goes
does
tick?
Jonah know German?
I know
Does what?
Abyssal.
Yeah, I can also speak Abyssal.
I can speak infernal.
Alright. You see Lizavara and the Flame basically start singing at each other, and
Wait.
you hear it translated as, well, you basically hear it translated as, how many lives does this mortal even have anyway, given all of his smoking? And,
Ooh.
what's it called? You see the big Celestial just kind of whisper something back, but it wasn't more than 2 numbers.
Wait,
Oh,
can
dear.
can I roll linguistics to understand?
If you'd like to.
Oh, let's see if John has linguistics too.
Do I have ranks in
Because
linguistics?
if like they're talking shit about him.
I'm not talking shit about you. They're basically, how long is this fucker gonna live?
Okay, I
I got
love how Kushko and Neji have the same role for linguistics.
I got
Perfect.
two. I got two linguistics.
I have no
What is
ranks
my
for either of these
linguistics?
characters. What about
My
Kuzo?
linguistics is plus 17.
Linguistics.
Oof.
All three of my
Never
characters have the
mind.
same linguistics.
Oh
I'm
my
not even gonna
god.
roll it. I've got no ranks.
As he sees Fred squinting at that quote, he'll lean over and whisper and what they're saying.
Oh my god.
Please.
You basically hear them basically say, like, he's a rabbit folk. He is kind of important to this. We don't really want to have any leaks like this, but rabbit folk don't tend to live all that long anyway. And he's a heavy smoker, so how many years is he gonna have left anyway? Is basically the gist of what they're saying.
I mean, that's kind of rude.
Yes, it
Did
is
Joan? Wait,
absolutely.
did Joan understand that?
Jonah does not understand that. He
Hmm.
rolled a 7.
All he knows is talking shit. I guess they're talking shit, you know.
You hear the two of them talking back and forth. You usually are welcome to scream what is happening, but you have a feeling the reason they're talking in Celestial so he doesn't understand.
They said they think you're very handsome.
Lasvara looks at Yuzjin, smirks, and says, "You are free to go, Jonah."
John flicks his cigarette, stomps on it, and just leaves. No goodbyes, just leaves.
He takes like 3 steps and disappears in a pillar of light.
That's what I thought was gonna happen. I was like, wait, he's just gonna walk out the door?
That would be funnier if he just walked out. Just like, no
I mean,
lights.
time is currently frozen, so like walking out of the door is basically like getting teleported away.
Yeah.
Lasvara walks up to Roland. What does Roland do here?
Terry. Terry, you are our Roland, our true
You are
Roland.
Roland. You're rolling right now.
Where am I?
The true
You're
second John
Roland
Newman.
Reginald Anthony the Fourth.
I've come
Junior.
up to tell you that you are the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. I must paint you on my napkins.
Roland takes like one step before her before she just kind of says delete, and he disappears in the pillar of light.
No.
And in the
He'll
future,
still be
God.
around. He just won't remember Project Vesmara. Everyone who's left here is not necessarily dead. They're just back to their original spot on the timeline.
and now in the
Gained, like,
future,
3
the
levels from
Reginald
killing
fucking
Merrick's.
the family napkins will have a very familiar symbol of an angel woman on their napkins now.
Fuck
What
it,
if,
I'll
Yes.
allow that.
Yes.
what if
Wait.
the napkins are the key to the next Project Bazamara? It's encoded in the napkins.
One
Guys,
more
we're gonna
thing.
forget John Human. We're gonna forget John Human if they erase
Can
our
we
memories.
bring John Hewen back?
No, they said we
One
will
more
remember everybody we met. It's just the temporal shit we're gonna forget.
Yeah, it's just the temporal bullshit. Like you'll still remember John Human, you just won't remember the whole Project Vesmara thing.
Can I remember
Or
he's a hero?
that's what she's suggesting at the moment.
Can I remember that I want to build a statue in his honor?
Lasvara points at Lorelei, and then
Oh.
points at Yuzjin. I know what you did.
I did a lot of
Samurai,
things, man.
Okay.
Also, actually no.
is
Yujin
not
doesn't
okay.
remember. He has no idea because Lucretia did this all on her own. She did not tell Yujin.
Oh shit, Lucretia did this. All right, then. Okay, then she points at Lucretia and points at Lorelai and says, "I know what you did." And Lucretia is like, "I didn't do anything illegal. You ported a soul into the wrong body. I made us a friend."
She doesn't have a soul anymore, or the soul ain't here. Hey, listen,
This is
Putting-
necromancy. This is necromancy with extra steps, is what you just did here.
I'm alive, and also, I don't think that warrants mortal punishment, as far as I remember.
Your body is gone, and the soul of that woman are gone. You can't just fuse them together like Play-Doh.
Her body needed a soul. My soul needed a body. Might as well.
That's a skeleton with extra steps.
I'm a live skeleton.
You are a ghost. What's it called? Spellcraft, magically speaking, you are essentially a ghost possessing a corpse.
Well,
not-
You're a ghost.
Are you alive? I don't know if you count. Are you
I-
alive right now?
I mean, the soul was stitched to the body, which is a bit
Yes,
different than
artificial.
necromancy.
That's literally the definition of necromancy.
As far as I know, raised dead is conjuration.
Look, it's not about school spell semantics. It's about your
You just said it was
soul is supposed
necromancy.
your soul needs to leave that body and move on to its final reward.
Why is that?
You
I
died.
got 50 more years.
To do what exactly?
Everything.
Look at me,
Gamble.
I'm young. I can do a lot of things now.
You can gamble.
Think of all the children he could have.
Think of all the guidance I could give.
Think of all the crack you can make in that time period.
Guidance you want to give? What, are you
I am
just gonna sit at Sentinel Island for the rest of your life?
I
Tell
get a job.
stories.
I'm not some kind of bum.
Okay. Sentinels, are you aware of this abomination over here?
I have no.
I've s-
That's just a woman. Sorry, man.
I've-
That's just a lady.
Wait,
I've
are you
seen
talking about
crazier-
Yushin? Do you just call Yushin an abomination?
No, this, and she points at this, this body used to belong to a woman named Helen. She was the catalyst of everything that happened regarding Project Vismara, and as a result, her soul has passed on.
Damn it.
I don't know how, and I'm not sure exactly why, but her body ended up in Galarian. Your Lamaria friend here, hi, I'm technically related to all of this, stitched Lorelai's soul into Helen's body.
Did they use raised dead?
Did you use Raise Dead? And I don't remember. I'm gonna have to go look through the DMs thing I did with you.
Yes, I believe so. It might have been. No, I'm pretty sure it was either reincarnation or raised dead, but I'm pretty sure it's raised
One thing.
dead because it's just.
Wait, there's actually one thing I'm cheesed about. I wish Gothi was still here playing Helen so she could be like, Kushko, where'd you go? And Kushko would be like, I went where I wanted to go. I didn't want to be in your stupid mind. I remember her throwing a fit. It's like, I don't even know where Kushko went, blah blah blah. I was like, dude, Kushko, you don't own me. You don't own me. I went where I wanted to go. I went where I wanted to go.
Fair.
Yeah,
And
honestly, valid.
I wanted to play that out in character.
Oof. Well.
Well, DM her.
Oh no! Don't. Okay. Oh. I'm not. I'm not stopping you, but I wouldn't
I don't
advise
have
it.
her on Discord. I don't have her on Discord. Go Bushko. My name is Cusco Bushko. I do declare.
You declare it?
Declare that.
Did you just say declare it?
Yeah, declare it, man.
Declare?
Yeah, you
As in like
declare
the
it?
caneth, but declare it?
No, declare it.
Declare it.
No, Terror, do you mean are you making a play on the caneth?
No.
The can at the what?
Yeah, he is.
You can take this can if out.
Albert Bex.
Is that worth it?
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, I'm just gonna let y'all know. Y'all gonna want a heads up.
For what?
For
Don't worry
for
about
what?
Don't worry about
For what?
I don't like that. For what?
For what?
it.
Hey, I'm just gonna give you guys a heads up.
Who left?
Caden.
Oh, busy man clipping his toenails all day.
No, that's Tara. Tara's making the click sound.
Hey,
Oh,
Hello, sorry, the pizza I ordered for my mom just got here.
you're good.
Oh,
You're good.
Dude, don't apologize.
I
What
Uh,
about John Cena attacking Cody Rhodes?
we're not evil
Solo.
like John Cena.
rude.
I Oh
Just like
shit, you
that.
guys, you did cast Raise Dead. Oh fuck. You are
So,
correct. You did actually cast Raise Dead.
what if I cast heal on her? That usually fixes everything.
Is the rest all right? What is the rest of the party's opinion regarding Lorelai's alive status?
I think she's alive and a healthy woman that can have a nice family.
None of you object to this abomination?
Who the fuck
I-
is this lady? Maru pipes up.
Or it's like, who the fuck is this lady? Gear Grinders, would you like to explain who Lorelai is?
Okay. Okay. So Lorelai was a very nice woman, but she got maimed and killed by a were shark.
Yeah, she was
And
protecting me, but then I died anyway.
The same one
yeah,
that was in Duke?
No, she's inside of Helen.
No, the
Coffee's-
wereshark.
No,
That was inside me. For a
No,
little
she
bit.
didn't die. No, she didn't die from a were shark. She died from a demon.
Hello.
It was two demons to be precise.
Yeah. Don't you remember? Wait. We need to confirm. Is August September or is it August?
they would both know. They would both
Well,
I
know.
think at this point you could just
Hello.
change between the two if you want.
But
Wait, what?
Kushko wouldn't know. That's why I was about to be like.
Kushko is magically imparted knowledge that August and September are the same person.
Okay. All right. Well,
They both
August.
made out with
Don't
you.
you remember? We were down in the mansion, and then Duke went down the corridor, and he opened the door to the demon room, and I tried to go in to help him and heal him, and he got out, but then I couldn't get out in time, and Lorelai jumped in front of the demon to stop me from dying, but then it was too fast, and I couldn't get away in time, and it killed me too.
And the monkey died. And the monkey died for some reason.
No, Duke killed the monkey.
Maru
No,
looks only more
Lorelai
visually
had
confused
I think
by this
Lorelai took the
explanation.
monkey from me, and she never fucking gave it back.
Well,
So
no,
he
because
died.
Lorelai essentially adopted the monkey as her son, and
Yeah.
she died, and the monkey was still on her, and the
I
monkey.
thought the monkey died in the recycling plant.
No.
I don't think so.
Something died in the recycling plant. We made a friend in there, and he died.
I don't remember.
I think it was an animal.
It was probably like a
Yeah.
level 1 NPC or something.
No, it was an animal. Tara's right. I swear it was. I thought it was the monkey.
No,
No,
that's
'cause
where
we
we
kept the
picked up the
monkey.
monkey.
Yeah, that's where we got the monkey, but we kept the monkey for a good while.
I think we brought him in because that was like right after we met him. Like after
Maybe
Duke
he
beat the
survived.
shit out of him in the
Yeah,
alleyway.
Lorelai was in the recycling. What's it called? You guys went to the recycling plant. You guys met the monkey at the recycling plant, and then you went back to town. And then that's when the manor happened. That's when you guys went in the basement. That's when Lorelai died.
With the monkey?
I do
Yes.
kind of. I vaguely remember me asking Kevin, like, "Hey, how much damage could this monkey do before the demons kill him?"
Yes. So
And
unfortunately,
Kevin said like none, and I was like, "All right, that's fair."
however, that is not relevant to Lorelai's status of being alive. But assuming everyone here is unanimous and okay with Lorelai still existing, Lizvara goes through her notes and finds out you guys did in fact get a raised dead from a morally questionable priest of Fismara. So Lorelai is alive, though she isn't happy
Weird.
about it.
Lorelai's not happy, but why aren't you happy about being alive?
Lazvara isn't happy because this is technically necromancy in her eyes, but Fizmara approves, so all good.
Lorelai will smile menacingly, put a hand on Lizbarna's shoulder, and say, "I'll remember this. Don't you worry."
I am not. I am putting in a horrible word for you when you die. You know that.
I can't imagine you'd be doing anything else.
Enjoy your next 50 years, you old hag.
Oh, is Lorelai the one in the body,
That's
or is it
disrespectful.
Yes.
my Oracle?
Yeah, Lorelai's in Helen.
Lorelai has been stitched into Helen's body, essentially.
Oh, so Oracle went poof.
Who's Oracle?
Yes.
Okay, that was Yushin's pirate character.
Oh.
What? No, that's John.
Ooh.
That was Caden's.
What?
I still.
was the
I think we
Oracle?
should.
Yeah, he was the Oracle.
Yep.
I played Monkey, and then I NPC'd as Sandra for a while.
Oh, when you fucking Dylan kept saying Oracle, I thought he was referring to you the whole time.
No. Lorelai. It's the name of the character.
We're not talking
No,
about.
no,
Lorelai.
I'm referring to like everything related to the pirate stuff.
Oh no. Sandra is not here right now because I didn't want to make this map even more complicated.
That's fine.
Mhm.
Sandra's
I
mostly an
didn't-
NPC anyway.
If we get back to that, you can make a different character if you don't want to play Sandra. But anyhow, last thing to be dealt with here, as I hold on, let me finish eating this, and then I'll get to it. So keep talking.
That was a fucking nice crunch, dude.
That was a crazy bite sound. That sounded like a soundboard.
Oh shit, I'm not muting my mic. I'm sorry.
Look,
I forgive you.
for that crunch sound effect, I'll forgive anything.
Oh, real quick, Miss Outsider Lady. Did you already wipe Emily's memories?
Which one? Which Emily?
No,
Our Emily?
Emily will remember what has happened. She will remember it because that will allow her to make amends.
Wait, our Emily isn't. She's got the whole punishment with Kushko.
Yes.
Am I allowed to ask her a question before she gets sent off?
Oh, that's right. She's your mother or something, isn't she?
No.
Yes, you can, but please roleplay among yourselves for the next 5 minutes.
Wait, I thought
I'm setting the
she
timer.
gave birth to you.
No, wait. But
That must have been painful.
I think
No,
she like
shit.
looked at his schematics for like a second.
Actually,
I was more of a mother's design than anything.
You were designed to be a mother.
Her mother's design.
Oh,
That was
Yes,
the
it
old
wasn't
lady.
Emily
She's still
herself.
around?
so she's your sister.
Shrugs.
She's your sister
we
twice
could always
removed.
adopt you.
Also shrugs.
Mario the Kenneth?
That doesn't have a good ring to it.
Yeah, no, and also a lot of people who hear that will probably try and kill you.
Yeah, I'm aware of that too.
I feel like that's already par for the course for us.
It wasn't that long ago. If you had it, I would have tried to kill you.
That's true.
Well,
Well, I'm lucky not to be given that name, I suppose.
You
Just
want
looks
us to give
worried.
you a last name?
What an offer from Duke here.
Is it of that much importance?
what about beep boop?
Mario beep boop.
Maru just turns to very slow turns toward Kuzan and just gives him the eye.
Hey, we
What about
named
Palermo?
that's TK and the horse. You know, it's pretty on par for the group.
Oh, so it would be like the robot?
No, he's beep boop.
I'll have to respectfully decline, but thank you.
Okay, well then I guess it's the robot then.
The offer still stands.
Maru the robot. That
I
has
like
a
it.
nice ring to it.
I like it. You didn't say no. It's official.
Put it in the newspaper, Kujan.
I will.
Let everybody
That's
know.
how, that's how I'll write. That's how I'll write his name in the paper. Mario the robot.
Maru's mouth is still just agape, dumbfounded.
Hey man, you got to deny that. It's already in canon. It's already written in canon.
But I feel
Forget
like
he's a reporter.
I feel like I'm gonna lose my entire story when they make me forget about Project Vismara. So yeah.
Will they? Will they?
Write it down right now. Hurry up.
I did, but I have a strong feeling that as soon as they send us back, my book is gonna be some of the pages won't have words in them anymore.
Maybe we throw
Yeah,
it
yeah.
somewhere here. Like, make sure that
But-
whatever magic they throw at you doesn't hit you.
That's a good call. I'll put it in my armor.
Well, I
It
meant,
won't work.
not on ya.
Oh. Well, it's fine. I mean, well, the punishment given to Emily about like kind of like recalling all the red berries sounds like it's gonna like, as far as as Kuzan understood it, was like kind of retcon a lot of history. So I don't know how that's gonna go down.
You can always
We'll
make.
see. We'll see. It's if
I
I'll try to
really
make a
wanna
story
respond
out
to
of
that.
it.
Just give me like 5 minutes.
No, let's see
You're
what
okay.
you do. You come up with something.
I'll come up with something.
Just
I
make
could always
sure
talk about White
you
Plume
write
Mountain. I
me
could talk about the gang. I could talk about the corruption in the police and the gang. That's something I could definitely talk about. That's a story regardless. But I'll tell the story of Duke Devaldis.
write about how strong and handsome I am.
Okay. He rides a pink pony and
Club.
likes to go to the club.
Club.
Because in the club, we are all fam. Got it. Quote Duke Devaldis.
Oh, I gave my pink belt to fucking Yujin.
Yeah, who has the... Yeah,
Not Yujin. Fucking...
DK?
Fred's Gear Grinder character. August. There we go. August has the pink
Oh.
belt.
August has the pink belt.
Nah, the pink boots. I take the pink boots.
No, you have the pink belt.
You took my belt, remember? It was like a hot pink.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The
I'm
belt
wearing
of
it. Like,
dexterity.
was this a belt of like bear strength or
No,
bear
it's
something?
dexterity.
No, that one was dexterity. Because that was
Gotcha.
what
Hansel made.
yeah.
Hansel's burning in hell right now.
Jesus, there's so many damn names to remember right now.
Yeah.
I'm not struggling at all.
Yes.
I bet, mister, I've been here for like a couple years.
For like 5. Would you believe me if John Stamos attacked Mars?
What?
What?
What you just say?
Something
bigger
about
question.
John Stamos
That's it.
attacking Mars.
Wait, Tara, what's your plan? What's this plan of yours?
About what?
What are we getting ready for?
Oh. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Damn it. It's gonna do something.
Hey, Yujin.
Huh?
How's your world? What does that look like? What you got going on over
Oh.
there? Is it like ours with like technology everywhere, or you got more
Beautiful
like
place.
a rural thing?
Very dangerous, but well worth a visit. Highly recommend going there.
Is it like everything's like stones and wood, or you got like towers of metal? What do you got going on over there?
A lot less metal.
Ah, okay.
Everyone's got a weird clockworky kind of tech that we don't really have, you know. Yeah, but
What do people
it's quite a bit more mystical, if I gotta be honest.
Okay.
Is there a lot
Does
more
that
gay
mean
people?
Warforged are highly exclusive over there?
No, they don't exist. However, I did meet an android.
Oh.
A what?
Yeah.
A what droid? You repeat that?
It's kind of like a Warforged, but far more complex. We can't really comprehend it.
I would very much like the chance to meet and interface with them.
Yeah,
Well, about that,
Is
actually.
interfacing like intercourse?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Well, about that, actually.
Maru does another slow turn towards Kuzan.
It's gotta be like an intimate thing, right?
Yeah, it's gotta like when Warforged date. I assume they interface all the time.
bro.
Alright, I'm done
Multiple
eating.
face
Next question.
palms.
Lisvara turns towards the party and says, in your goal, going back to all of your individual dimensions now.
Yeah, can I
As
keep my
long
memories?
as long as I get that sword.
Can I keep my memories? Look, I plan on becoming
Wait.
like a big part of like the Silver Flame, and I think me keeping this knowledge could be really helpful for my world.
And why would the Silver Flame need to keep knowledge of such a temporal anomaly?
Aren't we the one? Like, don't we help y'all out?
Well, I mean that big guy right there is
I-
the Silver Flame representative. I think we'll be good.
Yeah,
And
you're like my big brother.
the Silver
This one's
Flame
my
will
big
remember.
brother.
The Silver Flame will remember what has happened. Is it truly wise to keep mortals informed of what happened? Will
Why
that
do you
not
keep saying
cause
mortals like
a?
that? Like we're lower class.
What are they
Is
gonna
I
do
it
about
was
it?
better?
just referring to myself. Not like you
What
put an
word would
S
you
at the
like me
end
to
of that.
give? I can't exactly use the word humans.
Just say
I am a
living
human.
individuals.
Living people. Is it wise to
Livers.
have? Is it wise to have the alive access to the knowledge that time travel is not only possible, but conventionally possible?
I
Will
mean,
that
we
not
live with that.
cause?
Have we not
Will
lived
that
with that
not cause a
information
disruption?
all this time?
Look, how about
As
we do
far
another thing where we point at people with the room and they say, "Hey, Duke could keep his memories, right?" Ain't that
You can
logical?
keep his memories.
Fusion, what do
We
you
vote
think?
on it.
The new one. You think I should keep my memories?
it's not a vote. It's about It's about
So,
not causing further danger to the timeline.
the thing with Emily was a vote. Why can't mine be a vote?
All I ask is to ask. Well, all I want to know is what exactly you intend to do with that knowledge.
Oh my god.
I just want to be a safeguard in case anything happens. Like the Druid
I
Order is already like an organization that exists in our realm that handles stuff like that.
The
Why
gatekeepers,
can't
yes.
why can't I also be a member that aids in that effort?
You
if I might
want to
interrupt,
join the gatekeepers?
I
Go
think he
ahead.
wants to be a freelancer for the
I
gatekeepers.
I'm down to be a
I don't
freelancer.
I don't think you quite realize how much memories are worth to people who die one day. When you're immortal, a single memory isn't really worth much. But something like this, not a lot of mortal lives get to experience it. It's not really worth It's not really worth forgetting. You know, it's kind of a
I
big deal.
understand more. I understand memories are valuable, but knowing what happened here today, knowing what happened, it will just inspire copycats.
What can they do? It's not like there's gonna be a second round of people specifically going for fish guts.
Might
And
I remind you
if
how
if I
common
do
psionics are? How common psionics are?
you think any normal psionics could do that?
How would us having that memory cause a duplication?
It
And also,
won't
don't forget that we were the
inherently.
ones who solved it. I don't know why we would spread that information.
You
Kind
will
of
not. There is the possibility of someone snooping around in your minds without your permission and stealing that memory. It is a very small possibility, yes, but the possibility exists.
But I got like
Well,
a big story on the fucking horizon here. I would love to write about it.
well, I think
You are
there's
more
enough
than
of us
welcome to have.
here to create a certain order that makes sure something like that doesn't happen.
And
Yo,
are you
that's
now?
genius.
Next year, are you telling me your order would be willing to keep this knowledge secret until you expire?
Yes.
And what if you don't?
And you can smite him.
Well, there will be like there'll be other people to ensure, if that happens, they kind of put a stop to any action that follows.
Kushko?
Why is this coming to me? I suppose
I think I have a new job for you on the material plane, supervising Emily.
I suppose. I mean, ain't the like the will of the Eberron gods kind of the whole like let the people figure out their own problems kind of situation. So I mean, why
Oh,
fuck
come
with their
on, buddy.
memories?
It'll be like our times in the war. Me and you, once again.
I'm on your side, you dingus.
I ask that you supervise them, so
Okay.
this knowledge is not spread.
I got you.
Should this
Duke.
knowledge spread beyond this particular group in this room right now, the lives of the gear grinders are forfeit. I hope you understand.
You gonna
Alright.
kill him?
Offering.
Who's gonna kill him?
Probably
Ow.
that one. Probably that one
Right.
right there. My big brother right there.
I am asking you if this memory is so valuable to you, is it worth your life? Because if it is, then by all means, you are welcome to safeguard this knowledge for as long as you live.
Well, I'm gonna be
Just-
honest. I came on this journey starting out expecting to die at the end, and that kind of just didn't happen.
You're reasonably healthy, Duke. You've got at least. He kind of looks at you for a little bit, kind of like strokes his chin. At least 2 decades.
But that's
Have you
right.
seen his arthritis? He's old.
Well, not that
That's what I
old. I'm
said.
just injured.
3 decades might be a stretch, but definitely at least 2 decades to enjoy.
Does she look at August and kind of like shiver with like how his condition?
He looks at August and he's just like, he looks a little bit surprised, but doesn't say anything.
Wait, how long do I have to live?
You're an angel, Kushko. You don't age.
I just wanted to see what you would say.
You don't age like mortals do. You have much to learn.
Hey, I'm still Kushko.
That you are.
You'll always
I
be
suppose
reliable to me, buddy.
Kushko Bushko.
At which point Lizvara says, then bringing us to the last piece of business in the room, which is Karazug. The 3 of you are going to go kill Karazug, and you have the full support of Saren Ray in doing so. This should not come as a surprise.
Wait,
That-
we're gonna have a whole god by our sides?
Not
That's-
personally by your side, no. But
Oh, so metaphorically speaking.
Well,
The god's
then
support
maybe you shouldn't
is
word it
more
that
like-
way.
I think the best way to show you would be to offer Saren Ray's blessing towards you. At which point she points at the gear grinders and says, pick at least one of them.
One blessing.
I'm saying no.
Oh, I see what you
Fucking
mean.
recruit a new player from the gear grinders, goddammit.
Eugene will kind of step up and say, "All right, well, gear grinders, it's been an honor meeting you. Though, as you can tell, we could use a little more help. So, if anyone wants to be a multiversal hero, now's a good time to step up."
I mean, that sounds like fun.
I would like fully not like do that. I think I'm done for a while. I got some business to attend to.
I got a
also
story to
some
write.
work. I got some work
I
to deal
mean-
with back here. I gotta-
Well, as much as I'd like to help, I did promise the horse otherwise.
I suppose I could. However, I still have a few untied ends to, well, tie up.
Those ends being.
I gotta find my schematics, and then I gotta give Ulrich a body.
He's got to find someone to interface.
Uther.
Oh, Uther, yes.
Yeah, I
I'm
kind
su-
of promised to give him a body. And I
Right.
doubt he'd want to tag along for the multi-dimensional ride as I kind of just inquisitively ping him.
Are you sure you're not
Out of
looking for
character, this
someone?
is what I wanted to talk to you about, Miro. You don't have to bring Mr. Alchemist into Rune Lords unless you want to.
I'm down.
You want to do that?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. All right, just making sure.
Mhm.
All right. If that is all you require, Sarah and I will assist you with this.
Fantastic. However, I might need Emily's assistance in these matters because
I'm
I'm not aware of where my schematics are or how to build a warforged.
I'm sure she'd be more than willing to assist you.
We could give him a meat
Fantastic.
body.
Know who could help? If you go down to hell and get that Hansel Bansel guy that was always yapping. He likes Warforged.
Hansel who?
I don't know. I only met him one time.
Is this what happened? Lore-wise, he went straight to hell.
Well, about that. So
Wait, insane
Lisvara,
lore drop.
Lisvara looks at Meru and looks at Lucas and says, "I hope you two realize what you're signing up for. You're probably never going to come back to Eberron ever again to deal with a interdimensional villain. That's quite the selfless act. Are you all right with that? Giving up your lives or giving up everything you have here for something greater?"
Well, I'm already assumed dead by this entire world anyways, so...
But the multiversal
What?
jump is a big help.
You
That's not
did
to
just
say
tell
I-
everybody you were alive, so you know that.
You
I think
also-
that
yeah,
kind of.
I told
He
Brian
told his
I
brother.
was alive. Brian does have an incentive to not spread that.
Got that
That
money.
is true.
Well, in that
Wait.
case, I suppose I'll give you some time to get your bearings together. There is
I have
one
a
more
question.
thing that needs. What's your question?
What happens if they die in Galarian? Will they come back to well, they ain't religious, so probably Dolruth back here, or will they go to hell over there?
That
I feel like
sounds like a very interesting question, but I imagine
I
it would be Fesmara's judgment.
yeah, I do feel like we owe it to them to at least give them an afterlife.
Or that we ain't done anything yet.
There is one more matter that needs to be taken care of first, which is she turns towards the larger angel and says, "Flame," and he once again holds up his hand. Big glow of yellow magic emanates from it. And you are going to see tethers emanate from this giant glowing ball he summons. Two of the tethers from one side of the ball go to Meru and Lucas. It's like a rope. It's like almost like a gooey sort of rope that like comes into you and like attaches to your flesh in like the most gentle of ways. And the other half of the tether goes to Kuzan, September, TK, and Duke. And Lisvara looks towards the remaining members of the Gear Grinders and says, "Well, perhaps you should tell the Sentinels about why these two are so why these two are the best picks for their mission."
Well, that little man, he's very, very good at sneaking around, very good at convincing people to do anything. And if you want more money, he could get you more money. He will get you more money. He makes sure everyone is paid fairly, and you should see him sneak up behind people. It's terrifying.
This is a
I'm pretty good at killing too, honestly.
That's
I
what
like
I
to cut-
mean. That's what I mean. You should see, like, he snuck up behind this crab, just like that thing, like almost killed instantly. Oh, I say crab. It was like 30 feet tall, but it was freaking menacing. He like almost killed it in one blow.
As Kuzan says his
Oh, Kuzan throws Black Razor Fusion.
as Kuzan says his very nice words and
Fucking
quickly
impales
throws
him.
his sword. Kuzan feels a part of And again, you're welcome to roll a save against this if you don't want this to happen, but you feel a part of you disappearing, honestly. Not just because Black Razor leaves your hand, obviously, that's real weird, but at the same time, you feel like your blessing, and almost. It feels Kuzan's,
Does he feel like he's dying?
not necessarily dying, it's more he feels himself moving. He feels a part of his soul perhaps leave his body and move across the little ropes that the angel is holding and into Mero and Lucas.
Which angel is holding the ropes?
Voice of the Flame.
He doesn't trust the voice of the flame.
Alright, well, regardless, you're now level 6, and they're both now level 9.
Nice.
Oh, I forgot to level myself up.
Yeah, this is how I'm transferring the levels over.
Wait, what's
TK?
happening?
All the people who are
Say
going
something
over are
nice about
leveling.
your friend.
The people who aren't, we don't have to worry about it, do we?
Say something nice about Meru and Lucas.
Omero's really cool too.
Wow, I was eating. That's really sad. Hold on. Well, I didn't know either of them too long. Lucas has proven to quite enjoy the life of a hero, and I don't imagine he'll abandon it anytime soon. As for Meru, well, he came all this way, didn't he? And he had even less reason than the rest of us.
That it?
Meru is amazing in fights. You should see him with his grenades.
Oh, yeah. Also, because it looks like that team does not have a single healer.
What are you talking about? You got me!
Alright, TK
They
is
have
now
a
level
free
6.
little gnome and a weird little wizard.
Alright, TK is now level 6. Maru and Lucas are now level 12.
Nice.
September, do you say anything?
About what? Not going or?
Well, did you say anything nice about the 2 party members who are leaving you?
Uh,
Do you donate any of your strength to them to overcome this 10 level disparity?
uh, August just go to Luciano and shake his hand, saying it's been a very great pleasure working with you for these past couple of years.
You as well, sir. I hope that you can resurrect the shambles of the Huskies.
Yes, hopefully. Took a hell of a job, but I want to give you this. Just gonna give you 2 things: the bird wand and the mummy necklace.
Oh fuck yeah! All right. See,
I think-
you know I'm way to a man's heart.
Yeah, man.
Is Maru or Luciano wearing a cape?
I am, but it's kind of a shitty old cape.
I hand you the cloak of the dragon.
What? Nice.
Maru didn't speak up in time.
I already have a Deathstalker mantle. Thank
Okay,
you.
brilliant.
Alright. As August donates his strength, 2 of you are now level 14. What does Duke say as his final words?
Well, boys, I don't know what else to tell you, but you know what comes to a new journey comes a new version of death. So be ready to die at any moment.
Inspiring as ever, Duke.
What? Wow.
And
Right.
I believe y'all will make it. It's just, just be honest here. The line of work ain't bunnies and
just ain't.
rainbows,
At which point, Duke is now level 6, and the combined energy of the rest of the gear grinders consolidates together and rockets Lucas and Meru forward at least 7, at basically essentially doubling their level. Both of you feel yourselves filling with power, unknown perhaps even to Project Vesmara itself. You feel yourself gaining the lifetimes of everything you've fought, everything TK has fought, everything Duke has fought, everything you've done up to this point, but almost massively increased and amplified in a way that You all feel stronger, faster, tougher, smarter in every sort of way, and by the time the tethers are retracted, you do not feel like human and warforged anymore. You feel like demigods. As you're suddenly feeling more powerful and stronger and faster than you've ever been in your entire life. As far
Nice.
as you'll have a week, you can take some time to adapt and resolve your business left here on Eberron. Once that does, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I punch a dead robot and break my hand because I'm still, can't punch.
I mean, you still do like 8d6 damage with that sneak attack, or something absurd.
Nice. Hell yeah.
But as far as this, take some time to get your affairs here in Eberron. Once you are done, I'd be more than happy to open a gate for you to return to Galarian. At which point
thanks.
she holds up her hand. Lazara snaps her fingers, and suddenly, boop. Party finds himself standing outside in Lower Dura. You guys look around. It's still an absolute disaster. Things are still on fire. There's still people running around, but at this point, the city guards have shown up. They're actually doing something, hilariously enough, here in Sharn. People are being arrested. Things are going out for fires. The old House Cannith office in the distance just completely collapses in on itself. There's still fire, there's still chaos, there's still anarchy, but to the level that's more normal in Sharn.
The people have red berries.
You are going to see a few people with red berries still on their eyes. A lot of people screaming and like trying to tear them out of their hands. Who's playing a guitar?
Not me.
Oh, you still see people with like red berries in their hands, but for the most part, it's like people like ripping red berries out of their face, which, to be fair, looks pretty metal, but also looks incredibly painful. All of the banners that were like advertising red berries have now like caught on fire, and people are burning those. But in a standard, this city is a sky of humminbility than necessarily like the city's collapsing sort of way. If that makes sense.
I check my notebook.
All of your notes remain.
All of them?
Every single one.
Yo. That's crazy.
Gear grinders and
I told you,
gear
write it
grinders
down.
and the set.
I thought I can't believe they let me have all my Project Fesmara notes.
I think it's because I fucking got them to keep us, let us keep on memories.
Oh, that's not gonna have bad consequences at all.
No, of course not.
No, yeah, no, of course not, of course not.
Gear grinders stand next to the Sentinels of Sandpoint. What do you guys do?
Can Duke walk up to Emily?
Is
she like here with us?
Emily is definitely there with you. You're gonna see she's got like not necessarily a collar, but you're gonna see like a very obvious holy symbol of like the silver of like the sovereign host
Oldora.
that's been like Oldora that's been like put around her neck. Not in like a not necessarily like a very heavy one, but like you're gonna see it's like a gigantic, like almost the size of a bowling ball holy symbol that's like been placed around her neck. And as Duke gets closer to her, you can definitely see like an invisible Kushko like basically hovering behind her. But it's not like enough to like impede her movement, but it is very large and it's very loud, if that makes sense. Very much a eternal reminder across her neck.
Duke will tap his hat at Kushko and then walk up to Emily and say, "So, kiddo, I was talking to my sister and she said that she wanted to help you out. Considering,
I'm just happy I'm not dead, I suppose. Thank you. I'll take any help I can get.
I
Shut
I
up.
just got a request as her brother that maybe we see about giving her a body. You know, kind of like Maru, how he has his own.
You'd like me to? You need me to make some more Warforged bodies? Aren't those illegal after the end of the last war?
Or maybe like something like she's kind of confined in that little tiny box she's in.
Isn't she
Isn't
in?
she inside
No.
TK's armor?
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying. I
was
don't want
gonna
her.
ask
I'm
if
saying
you-
I don't want her in there.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that too. I feel like, I mean, I don't mind her, but I feel like that's not exactly the best environment for her.
Well, I
Now that
don't
we're not
suppose any of you know of
immediately
the
at danger
location
of
of a
being
nearby
murdered.
creation forge. That would be illegal, and I wouldn't want to do anything illegal right now, she says, looking at Kushko.
Go nods.
Now, you got your stuff to worry about. We'll figure it out.
Well, I think B and the one who might think it's illegal are kind of working together now.
I'd be happy to, so long as my jailer agrees.
Everybody looks at
I can,
Kushko.
I can keep quiet.
All right, there we go.
Alrighty, I guess my sentence gets delayed a day.
As long as you don't use Raise Dead, because they might be upset if you do that.
Oh no, just gonna commit some eldritch horrors beyond human comprehension to create life from nothing.
I mean,
No biggie.
it goes along with repenting the whole Project Vesmara thing.
To
Oh, I'm not talking in
Right.
Cusco's voice. I think it goes along with the whole repenting the Project Vesmara thing in the first place. So, it
Well,
might be a gray area, but we're gonna let it go. We're gonna let it slide.
divine justice works in mysterious ways. Let's get
I
going.
don't know why they chose me, but we're gonna go with it.
Alright.
And Houston, before he brings the new and improved Sentinels back home, he'll put a hand on Emily's shoulder and say, "Hey, listen, I didn't know anything here happened, but I'm still your buddy. Yeah,
I'm sorry for kidnapping your Emily. This is probably the worst payback for a resurrection I've ever had in my life. I'd
yeah. No,
understand if you're
this is
still
definitely a first for me. I was worried sick about her.
if nothing else, she is incredibly smart. She's incredibly talented. I don't mean that as like a narcissistic sort of way. She at least still has her mother to look forward to, and I'd wish her
No,
good luck in what she does in Assyrian.
well, something
Take good
tells me
care
I'll be
of
seeing
her.
a lot more of her as long as I survive Karzog.
Kick his ass.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I'll see you around, partner.
Nods. And we gonna call things session there?
Oh yeah,
Unless
I
anyone else wants to say anything.
I think that will.
think I'll do
Okay.
personally.
All right, bit of a shorter session today, but that's mostly because we got some character creation to do right now,
Oh yeah.
or rather some heavy leveling. So hope y'all had fun. I'm gonna
Personally, I think the Sentinels should level up to 16 from that.
no. You're level 15. You're gonna like it.
We'll give you 2 Roblox for that. Lois.
All right,
Excited to
so
see what Tara
I'm gonna
makes.
cut the recording here, and we're gonna get to character creation. Or
Okay.
not
Yes.
necessarily character creation, but oh my god, I have to double both of yours levels, and also Tara is coming in with a new character.
Not taking
Wow.
not taking
Are we
Duke.
porting campaign portals?
Yes, so we are now changing. We are
You
now
want to do a
changing.
quick intro for for my boy?
Are
We
you
can do that
able
next.
to like just port my character sheet into that other thing?
You can do it
Yes. So
yourself.
let
Oh, thank
me
God.
invite you to the Rune Lords campaign.
Oh, you should make a jump. You should make a jump gate version of that.
I need to jump gate the Rune Lords campaign. Sentinels of Sandpoint. I have to pull this game out of cold storage.
Man, it's
I'm
been a
definitely
while.
gonna switch Hansel or Neji to fucking the in game.
If you guys would prefer to make what's called in-roll 20 sheets than the Mythweaver sheets, by all means. Hold on, let me allow players to transfer characters. Yes. Allow players to create their own characters. Yes. And I want no compendium. Where's the jump gate button? On roll 20.
You have to duplicate the game, and one of the options when duplicating is to make it jump gate.
In game settings, I'm not seeing duplicate game button. Content sharing, compendium sharing, game default settings, where's the duplicate game button?